They say that the best way to a man's heart is through his stomach. But what if we look at a serious perspective and say, the best way to improve the economy is to give light on the gastronomy? The Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, in its advocacy of improving the lives and livelihood in the community, is staging the 4th Food and Beverage Expo 2021 with the theme F&B, Adapting Through Innovation and Reinvention. The CSCCI redefines and reshapes the perspectives of food and beverage business in the light of the new normal. There are a lot of things in store for us in this year's Fabex. Testimonials of successful food and beverage enterprise with their best practices, to setting up online food business, to the discussions on what's in and hot in the food business, shall be in store for everyone. And there's more. World-class national restaurateurs shall be gracing the event. Adding excitement to this event is a cooking competition among aspirant cooks in the city and the province. This is the 4th Food and Beverage Expo 2021. Register now for free.
Welcome to the Camsur Business Expo. Every year, from July until October, the CSCCI stages a series of conventions for the major industries in the province of Camarines Sur. Each event combines technical seminars from industry leaders with the virtual trade fairs that highlights products and services from the Bicol region and beyond. This year, we are hosting the 4th Camsur Business Expo under the theme Ready for a Better Normal. For over a year, the business community has struggled to meet the demands of the new normal. But today, the 4th Camsur Business Expo is proof that we are strong enough to overcome these challenges, smart enough to evolve, and ready for something better. The first event of the Expo is the 3rd Camsur Construct titled Resilient and Sustainable Infrastructure in the New Normal. Led by Chairperson Early Nicole Canada, this conference will feature new and emerging trends in the field of engineering and architecture. This will be followed by the first Health and Wellness Expo, themed Evolution of Healthy Lifestyle. Coming this August, under the chairmanship of Dr. Ryan Bastaleche, this convention will focus on the transformation of healthcare and the importance of self-care in trying times. In October is the 4th Bicol Agri Summit entitled E-Agri Summit 2021, Yield, Innovate, and Sustain. Under the leadership of Ms. Regina V. Melchor, this event promises to bring innovation and enthusiasm back into agriculture. The CCCI will hold the 7th Regional Youth Entrepreneurship Congress under the banner of Dynamism in Entrepreneurship for a Better Normal. Headed by Ms. Maria Eusebia Quiñones, the RYEC is determined to channel the energy and creativity of youth into a passion for business. Meanwhile, the 4th Food and Beverage Expo, or Fabex, to be chaired by Ms. Maria Cecilia M. Magtuto, entitled F&B 2021, Adapting Through Innovation and Reinvention. This is expected to stir up some excitement for the food and beverage industry. As you can see, the 4th Camsur Business Expo is ready for a better normal, and it's about to get even better. A highlight for this year is the launch of our very own virtual events and expo app, specially designed by the CSCCI to make conferences just like the Camsur Business Expo an immersive and interactive experience. Ladies and gentlemen, join us for a quick tour of the world inside Cscci Vertex.
The threat of COVID-19 has changed the Philippine socio-economic landscape in many ways. Over a year, we have been forced to choose between safeguarding our personal health and our own economic survival. But now, there is a better choice. There is a safe space where we are free to work, to socialize, and do business, where we can be a community. Welcome to the world of CSCCI Vertex. Experience our immersive and interactive digital platform where online meetings, webinars, and virtual events are just one click away. Where you never have to leave the comfort and safety of your own home. Bringing together all the elements of a real business expo. This digital platform not only hosts virtual events, but also features an interactive virtual exhibition hall where consumers can explore, shop, learn, and be entertained. With CSCCI Vertex, businesses can showcase their products and services, link to external websites, offer downloadable content, monitor participation, generate electronic certificates, manage mass SMS and email distribution, and create a consumer database effortlessly in real time. This is the power of CSCCI Vertex, and now we are putting this power into your hands, powering your business for a better normal.
Geared at improving and uplifting the lives of every Bicolano entrepreneur, and founded on establishing resiliency and sustainable business in the new normal, the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, under the leadership of Ms. Soledad V. Magtuto, in partnership with the provincial government of Camarines Sur, under the leadership of Governor Migs Villafuerte, brings you the Camarines Sur Business Expo 2021. The different sessions will showcase the fusion of engineering, architecture, health, food and agriculture, and a whole lot more.
This is the synthesis of engineering and architecture. This session infuses the legal aspects along with the innovative and strategic approaches to constructions, surveying, design, plumbing, and waterworks. A resilient and sustainable infrastructure and the new normal.
Nothing more precious in these trying times than a good health. It is only achieved when one is driven towards wellness. This event enables one to be conscious and health-wise amidst the prevailing plight of the global pandemic. Moreover, it will also discuss the evolution of the healthy lifestyle over the years.
Our all-time heroes against hunger and poverty. The farmers have their time to convene with the ins and the latest trends in competitive farming. This is the time for them to say yes, to yield, innovate, and sustain. The Bicol Labi Summit showcases all the best in agriculture and livestock industry through a digital approach on production, agricultural innovation, and sustainable industry on farming.
Tapping the power of the youth in nation building, the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry continuously involves the participation of the youth, who will soon be the empowered individuals in the business sector. Supplementing what these young minds have in them with the potent wisdom of experts, establishes connection between the experience of the veterans and the immense strength of the youth. Focusing with the dynamism of the youth sector in entrepreneurship.
The advent of Food and Beverage Expo establishes a fresh new start for budding businesses. Food services remain to be the most lucrative commercial source of finance. The fresh idealism and vigor of the young merchants complement the promising success of F&B industry. This is the reinvention and transformation in the food and beverage aspect of business.
This is the Camarines Sur Business Expo, your one-stop quarterly event, an assembly of business and industry fusion, inspiring the entrepreneurial world and strengthening the voice of the business sector.
Camsur Business Expo, supporting the growth and development of MSMEs.
A leading business and investment center in the Bicol region, the province of Camarines Sur is known for its agro and agri-industrial expansion, IT innovations, and social and infrastructure development initiatives. Confidence in the local economy and the provincial government is driving entrepreneurship and accelerating financial transactions. And with sustained peace and order across community in the province, business and investors are assured of a secured environment. Sustained public investments in critical infrastructures and facilities capitalizes on the province's strategic geographic locations, expansive agricultural lands, and scenic tourism destinations, while protecting its gifted and hardworking human resources, continuously enhancing their skills, have built a local economy resilient to external shocks and threats, such as the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Today, the province of Camarines Sur, under the guidance of Governor Mix Villaferte, is enabling business and investment opportunities, sustaining growth and development, and transforming lives of its people and partners in a globally competitive and highly resilient climate. United under a common and shared vision, Camarines Sur is facing a contemporary challenges of our times with transformational and decisive leadership. To address the challenges of comprehensive area development in the province, massive road infrastructure projects were initiated. The Camsur Tourism Coastal Highway, the Quezon Bicol Expressway, Pili Central Station, bypass roads, and other road networks. These mega projects in the integrated Luzon Spine Network ensures 2 hours savings in the travel time from Manila to Camarines Sur, making the province an attractive place to live and work. Camsur is poised to be the home of one of the largest international cargo ports in the world, expanding the country's economic corridor and connecting the region across the globe. Camarines Sur, the Philippines' gateway to Western Pacific region trade. To intensify the benefits of the transport-related infrastructure, Camsur also embarks on widespread sitio electrification and power line enhancement programs, construction of the iconic Capitol building as one-stop shop hub for business transactions, and development of special economic zones and industrial parks. By integrating our communities and business, as well as tourism and industrial zones, we create a growth corridor that increases accessibility and reduces the cost of business operations. Prior to the COVID-19 outbreak, the provincial government of Camarines Sur has already implemented various interventions, policies, and programs aimed towards ensuring continuous operation of businesses. Camsur has established the first IATF-designated hospital isolation facility outside of Metro Manila. The province also launched the Hospital on Wheels for patients in special or high-risk situations and employed healthcare backpackers modeled from the Cuban healthcare system to serve as active case finders. As a result, Camarines Sur was one of the first provinces to transition to MGCQ, allowing businesses to recuperate immediately and opening doors for the emergence of the new MSMEs. To further support local businesses, Camsur pushed for the procurement of locally manufactured face masks, face shields, alcohol, and other personal protective equipments or PPEs. The province also implemented a tax subsidy and incentives program to stimulate and encourage small and medium entrepreneurial activities. As we move forward to a post-COVID-19 scenario, the province of Camarines Sur boasts its readiness to shift to the expected new normal through the intensified research and development and upskilling our workforce. While COVID-19 is our most immediate threat, we continue to pay attention to the broader issues of our contemporary societies: digital connectivity and integration, environmental conservation, and global climate change adaptation. To support food security while investing in more sustainable alternatives, We invested in a NIPA bioethanol production project, in aquaculture demo farms, soft broom making from tiger grass in upland communities, gabot productions from raw abaca, and bee culture demo farms. Finally, we believe that investing in our people is key to making it in the expected new normal. Our business expos, technology fairs, construction and agricultural summits, youth entrepreneurship congress, and food beverages expos have consistently provided a platform for consumers, business, and industrial interactions. The expected new normal, they say, is digital. This is why we have to prioritize building our digital infrastructure and upskilling our students and workforce so they can adapt and survive the digital new normal. Our modern Wi-Fi ready classrooms, e-learning initiatives, and other skills development programs are just some of the ways that will make Camarines Sur digital future ready.
Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, culture for economic resiliency and industry innovations on New Normal. As a domestic non-stock, non-profit, and non-government business organization, the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated continues to strive in increasing competitive edge and innovations on entrepreneurial culture among Bicolanos. Since 2002, the CSCCI serves as a province-wide organization of committed businessmen and entrepreneurs who will serve, among others, as a private sector arm of the provincial government in the thrust to promote the economy of Camarines Sur. Being awarded as the Most Outstanding Young Chamber in 2005, a finalist to the Most Outstanding Chamber in 2018, 2020 recipient of Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Parangal para sa Katuwang sa Lingkod Bayad, and recipient of the Most Outstanding Chamber Award 2019 in South Luzon, the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated is beyond inspired to uphold its vision of a robust business community legging up at all levels of national and global economies, with a culmination of breathing life in its mission to secure the long-term interest of all members and take a lead role in policy advocacies of all spheres of economic activities, in pursuit to its commitment and advocacy of improving and sustaining competitive position of local businesses in both national and international markets. CSCCI has continued to promote its Giant Steps objectives. The success of CamSur Business Expo affirms it as one of the most sought-after business expos in the region and heightens our desire to introduce innovations even amid situations wherein we are challenged. The COVID-19 pandemic that we face is a newly opened gate of challenges wherein CSCCI bravely takes on by providing the business industry regular platforms for inspiration and mentoring. CSCCI remains positive in reimagining and promoting business-as-usual environment in the promotion of sustainable development and finding solutions to key challenges faced by the business sector. The CamSur Chamber ensures proper representation to national, regional, and/or local policymaking bodies to actively participate in the steering of public programs, fuel economic growth, and foster good public-private partnership. This 2020, CSCCI has influenced a local policy on truck ban affecting easy access to and from of our prime commodities and trade. Its leadership steers the region by strongly opposing Provincial Ordinance No. 011-2020, which prohibits trucks from traversing the National Road or Maharlika Highway within the province of Albay. Strengthening Chamber's influence in the localities in its membership and affiliations to private and funding institutions as well as governmental entities. The ComSur CCII, in partnership with its member training institution, the Center for Creative and Technical Skill Institute, or CCTSI Incorporated, recently launched its first industry-based education and training program for the cooperative sector, the TESDA Co-op Competency Courses. This framework provides a consistent foundation upon which all programs, policies, and requirements is mapped to ensure that a focus on cooperative competence is maintained. Recognizing the importance of collaboration and partnership for both local and international business success, CSCCI officers and members joined forces and voluntarily traveled to Taiwan for a business benchmarking trip in early January 2020 to gain insights on innovative business strategies and explore global business opportunities. The CSCCI also utilizes Hanap.co, an online shopping destination designed and created by ComSur CCI past president Rico Evangelista, showcasing chamber members' products and services in a click. The organization banks on partnership with various entities, contributory efforts with its members, and the empowerment and capacity building programs for the marginalized groups. It regularly collaborates and closely supports social outreach projects and advocacies of the province and nearby areas.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for the 4th Food and Beverage Expo 2021. Bronze sponsor, Diageo Philippines Incorporated. Silver sponsors, Bean Leaf Coffee and Tea. Gold sponsors, Samyup Masarap, Tugawe Cove Resort, Department of Agriculture, Region 5. We would like to thank our valued partners for the year 2021. Province of Camarines Sur, Department of Agriculture, Region 5, Department of Trade and Industry, Angina Trading, GCI Construction and Development Corporation, Jurassic Construction and Supplies, Pixeled Solution, Medlane Enterprises, Ngo & Sons Trading and Industries Incorporated, SVM Marketing Solutions OPC, Tugawe Cove Resort.
No me
secure a strong internet connection for a more reliable and stable viewing experience. They say that the best way to a man's heart is through his stomach. But what if we look at the serious perspective and say, the best way to improve the economy is to give light on the gastronomy? The Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, in its advocacy of improving the lives and livelihood in the community, is staging the 4th Food and Beverage Expo 2021 with the theme F&B, Adapting Through Innovation and Reinvention. The CSCCI redefines and reshapes the perspectives of food and beverage business in the light of the new normal. There are a lot of things in store for us in this year's Fabex. Testimonials of successful food and beverage enterprise with their best practices, to setting up online food business, to the discussions on what's in and hot in the food business, shall be in store for everyone. And there's more. World-class national restaurateurs shall be gracing the event. Adding excitement to this event is a cooking competition among aspirant cooks in the city and the province. This is the 4th Food and Beverage Expo 2021. Register now for free. Invocation followed by the Philippine National Anthem.
Almighty Father, thank you for the business you have enabled us to begin and sustain. Enlighten our way in leading and inspiring people engaged in business organizations, industries, and communities in Camarines Sur and in Bicol that we serve. Allow us, for the mastery of your will, for the role you would want our business to play in your divine plan. Keep us humble with our successes and innovative and dynamic in our programs. Let our business involvements in the CamSur Chamber of Commerce and Industry projects be models of inspired integrity and allow it to bring prosperity and progress among Bicolanos. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, pero sa sinakalan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng mag-ibig, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tula at awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na iibig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang may magdidinig. Luman ang araw ng walang pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang hinigaya ng pagkay mga api, at mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Welcome message, Miss Maria Soledad V. Magtuto, President, CamSur Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Incorporated.
On behalf of the CamSur Chamber of Commerce and Industry, I would like to warmly welcome you all to the 4th Food and Beverage Expo, the final presentation of the 4th CamSur Business Expo for 2021. Adaptation has become a recurring theme in our lives since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. In a short span of time, we have changed even the most basic aspects of the way we live, such as what we eat and where to eat. As a result, more and more families have shifted to online ordering and eating at home. While this abrupt change has become devastating for many traditional food and beverage businesses, this also created a massive opportunity for the growth of e-commerce, which led to the rise of home entrepreneurs, and proven that strong businesses grow only stronger in the face of adversity. As part of our advocacy to aid the recovery of the food and beverage sector, this year's Fabex has tapped into the strength of innovative entrepreneurs and the potential of the digital marketplace to offer these new opportunities to you. Thank you, and just mabalus po.
Acknowledgement of guests, Mr. Michael Bufete, Committee Secretary, 4th Food and Beverage Expo.
Ms. Bernadette Fatima Romulo Puyat, Secretary, Department of Tourism. Mr. Miguel Luis Mix Arbella Fuerte, Provincial Governor, Province of Camarines Sur. Mr. Vicencio Luigi Arbella Fuerte, Provincial Administrator, Province of Camarines Sur. Ambassador Benedicto Yuico, President for the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Mr. Edgardo Lacson, Director for Capital Market, Development and Corporate Governance and Acting President of PCCI. Ms. Clarine Tubias, PCCI Area Vice President for South Luzon. Ms. Mergy Moraleda, PCCI Regional Governor for South Luzon, Region 5. Director Rodel Tornilla, Regional Executive Director, DA RFO 5. The Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Incorporated, led by Ms. Maria Soledad V. Magtuto, President, CamSur Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Incorporated. Ms. Maria Emma F. Yurin, Executive Vice President and Chairperson of the 4th CamSur Business Expo. The members of the Board of Trustees, Vice President for Membership, Mr. Tristan Carl Malazarte, Vice President for Finance, Mr. Simon D. Vice President for Inter-Chamber Relations, Ms. Michelle Lim. Vice President for Public Relations, Mr. Abelardo Paglinawan Jr. Board Secretary, Ms. Maria Isabel Concepcion. Treasurer, Ms. Jennifer Harris. Auditor, Ms. Maricel Andrioso. Cynthia P. Arce. Airline Canada. Jerry Ilarde. Ricardo Magtuto. Rolando Salazar. Executive Director, Ms. Annabel D. Tuy. The Council of Past Presidents, Charter President Attorney Santiago Ortega Jr., Past President Dr. Fabio Figuracion, Past President Jeremy Law, Past President Engineer Solomon Ngo, Past President Mr. Raymond Concepcion, Past President Mr. Enrico Avelino Evangelista, Past President Mr. Hoover Picard, Immediate Past President Engineer Alexander Gaite. Likewise, I would like to acknowledge my co-committee members for the 4th Food and Beverage Expo. Chairperson, Ms. Maria Cecilia Magtuto. Vice Chairperson, Ms. Maricel Andrioso. Committee members, Abigail Soriano, April D., Janet Lo, Michelle Lim, Narni Pilonio, Florian Floriano, Leo Andre Soriano, Ricardo Magtuto, Ramon D., and yours truly, Mr. Michael Bufete, Secretary.
Introduction to the keynote speaker, Ms. Maria Cecilia M. Magtuto, Chairperson, 4th Food and Beverage Expo.
Reflecting beauty from being beautiful. This is how our guest would best fit in words. Secretary Puyat has been an exemplar of radiating beauty that comes from within. She has a genuine heart for service and deep passion in promoting the beauty of the Philippines. Born to Alberto Romulo and lovely Texan, and being a great grandniece to UN Secretary General, no wonder public service runs in her blood. She took up her bachelor's degree in economics and graduated with Latin honors at the University of the Philippines. She also finished her master's degree in the same university, which paved her way to venture into public service. She served an economic consultant to the Housing and Urban Development Coordinating Council from 2001 to 2002, and to the Presidential Management Staff from 2005 to 2006. Furthermore, she served as Deputy Cabinet Secretary at the Office of the President in 2006. In 2007, she was appointed Undersecretary at the Department of Agriculture, which she handled special concerns, administration and finance, and agribusiness and marketing. Additionally, she headed various teams and committees on rural credit, trade and investment promotion, development assistance, international cooperation, organic agriculture, and gender and development. In May 2018, she was appointed Secretary of the Department of Tourism. Her focus is on sustainable tourism, increasing investments in the sector, enhancing programs for tourism infrastructure, as well as product and market development. Ladies and gentlemen, with great honor, may I present to you our keynote speaker, Secretary Bernadette Fatima Romulo Puyat of the Department of Tourism.
Camarines Sur Governor Miguel Luis Migs Villafuerte, PCCI President Ambassador Benedicto V. Uico, CSCCI President Ms. Maria Soledad V. Magtuto, 4th Food and Beverage Expo Chairperson Ms. Maria Cecilia M. Magtuto, Marhay na Aldao sa Indogabos. On behalf of the Department of Tourism, I would like to thank the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry for this kind invitation to grace the opening ceremonies of your 4th Food and Beverage Expo. The country's food scene is something I have always been excited about. During my stint as Undersecretary of the Department of Agriculture, it was always a thrill to venture around the country and learn about special regional ingredients, traditional farming techniques, and heirloom recipes. My fascination with the local culinary scene and agriculture is something that stayed with me at the Department of Tourism, where I wholeheartedly support programs and initiatives related to food and farm tourism, two separate but highly related tourism products. As such, I am honored to speak at this expo, which carries the theme Adapting Through Innovation and Reinvention. Perhaps not coincidentally, these concepts are also being employed by the DOT in our push for the recovery of the country's tourism industry. The COVID-19 pandemic has drastically changed the world as we know it. As many of you are business owners, I am certain you have had to change the way you operate, market your products, restaurants or services, and deal with customers. It's the same case with the Department of Tourism, where we have had to reassess our programs and reevaluate our tourism products to make sure they are in line with the needs and desires of today's tourists. To revitalize tourism here in the Bicol region, the DOT has been carefully assessing the existing tourism destinations and sites, their facilities, and their services. We have also been studying the readiness of these existing destinations as well as other potential tourism sites for the calibrated rebound of tourism, which we aim to achieve through the travel bubble, concept and the safety-first approach. The tourism circuits developed through these processes were then validated and then further refined to make them more inclusive, safe, and responsive to the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic. One of the newly developed tourism products that I am personally very excited about, dubbed Farm Faith Food under the new normal. This proposed circuit aims to feature the culinary, religious, and agri-tourism experiences in the provinces of Camarines Sur, Albay, and Sorsogon. The validation and reassessment of the Center of Fun Tourism Circuit around the region is ongoing. As the plans currently stand for Camarines Sur, the circuit will include a Naga City cultural tour, the Fun Farm tour of the Sanrisa Farm, and the Mike Lee's integrated farm, and a visit to the Camsur Water Sports Complex. Pending the reassessment, other sites may still be included. I am happy to say that the Department of Tourism always had a lot of help from the private sector in our recovery and revitalization initiatives. Our DOT Region 5 office has struck strategic partnerships with groups such as the Bicol Tops, or tourism-oriented private stakeholders, to hold the second Bicol Tops Tourism Summit, among other projects. The aim is to synergize and strike a balance between the need to protect public health with the need to revive the economy and harmonize the local travel protocols for seamless interprovincial tourism exchange. To strengthen the attractiveness of Naga City and its neighbors for tourism, the DOT Region 5 is looking into the religious, historic, and potential economic value of the Naga and Bicol River systems by developing river cruise tourism products in this part of Camarines Sur. With this initiative, the river systems will create more economic opportunities year-round, not only for the people of Naga and the neighboring municipalities, but also for the people in the rest of the region. Other initiatives this year include the virtual showcase of Bicolandia, the National Association of Independent Travel Agencies Be Cool Fam Tour, and bike and motoring events, among many others that will benefit Camarines Sur. In today's environment, one of the keys to business survival and recovery is to gain the confidence of our consumers. For tourism-related establishments, having the proper accreditation is essential to gain the trust of our travelers. When you have a DOT accredited seal, of course, under Tourism Act of 2009, that is in the law that all hotels, resorts, accommodation establishments should have a DOT accreditation. You show that your establishment is safe and it follows the prescribed health standards and guidelines. I'm glad to note that this region currently has 85 accommodation establishments, 24 travel and tour operators, 9 farm tourism sites, and 20 restaurants, and 4 spa clinics with DOT accreditation. About 49% of the accredited businesses are in Naga City. If any of you have a food business that hasn't been accredited yet, I encourage you to do so. To help business owners during the pandemic, the accreditation process is free. There is no denying that the past year and a half has been incredibly tough for tourism and its related industries, including the F&B sector. But there are encouraging signs of hope. With strict health and safety protocols and guidelines in place, we have been able to reopen a few select destinations safely and responsibly. Then, with more and more Filipinos getting vaccinated and protected against COVID-19, many more destinations are in the pipeline. For our stakeholders in the F&B, this should come as good news. As more tourists return to our destinations in this region, they'll seek out your famous delicacies, from the world-famous Bicol Express to the rich and satisfying kinalas, the exotic laing, and the comforting pancit bato. On our quest for a better normal, we hope for your continued trust and support for the Department of Tourism's programs. We will do our best to lead the revival of the tourism industry, not only here in Camsur and the Bicol region, but everywhere across the country. My gratitude once again to the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I wish you all the success during the 4th Food and Beverage Expo and beyond. Thank you, please stay safe, and mabuhay.
Overview of the 4th Food and Beverage Expo 2021. Miss Maria Cecilia M. Magtuto, Chairperson.
Nothing brings people together like good food. This is what this gathering is aimed at. Like in any other celebration, good food is always being served as the highlight of every event. Good food gets together people and celebrate life. Today, we are gathered not just to celebrate food and beverage, but to discuss topics which are needed for this industry to thrive. For the entire duration of the Fabex 2021, we shall be enriched with the knowledge and be filled with excitement of a cooking contest. Moreover, credible speakers will share us insights and their best practices in running business along with food and beverage industry. At the onset of the pandemic, which is now in its 2nd year, the food industry is limping its way in contributing to the already ailing national economy. Lockdown has become the dreadful term in the business world. Today, as we address the national call to revive our economy, the CSCCI brings you to the initial step to strengthen our local enterprises. This Fabex convention, in line with the Kamsur Business Expo, empowers the food and hospitality sector to continue to strengthen business in the new normal. The innovative ways in the food and beverage industry that we are going to gain from this expo shall pave new ways of catering to our consumers and valued clients. Welcome, everyone, to the Food and Beverage Expo 2021, brought to us by the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Incorporated.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for the 4th Food and Beverage Expo 2021. Bronze sponsor, Diageo Philippines Incorporated. Silver sponsors, Bean Leaf Coffee and Tea. Gold sponsors, Samyup Masarap, Tugawe Cove Resort, Department of Agriculture, Region 5. We would like to thank our valued partners for the year 2021. Province of Camarines Sur, Department of Agriculture, Region 5, Department of Trade and Industry, Angina Trading, GCI Construction and Development Corporation, Jurassic Construction and Supplies, Pixeled Solution, Medlane Enterprises, Ngo & Sons Trading and Industries Incorporated, SVM Marketing Solutions OPC, Tugawe Cove Resort. Our host for this year's Fabex is a motivational speaker, an accredited trainer and facilitator for primary cooperatives in the Philippines, and a host in various corporate events, product launching initiatives, and branded entertainment projects. An active advocate of youth empowerment and mental health awareness during his term as president of the Bicol Region Association of Psychology Students. He is also a registered marketing professional and a consultant advisor specializing in marketing and communications and human resources management. Please welcome Mr. Jad Adake.
Good day to all our digital viewers at home, especially via our CSCCI Vertex. Welcome to the Food and Beverage Expo 2021. We are now down to the final event of the 4th Kamsur Business Expo, brought to you by the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And, guys, we made sure that we just saved the best for last. COVID-19 has been an unexpected threat to all of us, most especially to the food and beverage industry, forcing numerous establishments to close down. But as helpless as it may seem, countless stakeholders were able to recalibrate their business strategies and triumph over the challenges of these trying times. They innovated, and emerge to be resilient victors. For 2 days, we will surely be geared towards more innovation and reinvention as we get to learn a lot from the registration of online food and beverage enterprises to its digital marketing and delivery services. For the first part of our expo, we will present to you one of the highlights of this year's Fabex, the Shine Lao Lao Shine Cooking Competition. Our segment host for this year's Fabex Cooking Competition is a well-known restaurateur, resource speaker, culinary arts instructor, and an internationally recognized chef with many achievements under his belt of professional experience in the field of culinary arts. He started his chef apprenticeship in 1999 and continuously developed his specialties and expertise in culinary arts until he started his very own business, his own restaurant in 2008, the Chef Doy's Gourmet Restaurant and Grisini Restaurante in 2009. He has been featured in different TV shows here in the Philippines and was also featured in different competitions here and abroad. In 2018, he won the National Food Showdown Competition Championship in Classica Culinaria. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome our segment host, Mr. Leandro Chef Doy Santo Domingo.
Good day everyone! Ang lawlaw ay isa sa pinakamadalas na nahuhuling isda sa dagat. Kaya naman sa sobrang supply nito sa merkado, mababa na ang benta nito. Ang iba nga kapag hindi na nabenta, hinahayaan na lang or worst, tinatapon. Kaya ngayon dito sa Fabex, mas bibigyan pa natin ng value ang yamang dagat na ito. From poor man's fish to world-class dish. Welcome to the 4th Fabex Shine Lao Lao Shine Cooking Competition. Last November, ang Cscci ay naghanap ng mga magiging kalahok sa kompetisyon. Mula sa napakaraming submissions, napili ng ating committee ang final competitors. Sila rin ang pumasa sa requirements at nag-comply sa guidelines at mechanics ng ating event. Here are the final 5 competitors. Kasama si Mark Anthony Tabernilla, mula sa Tinambak Kamsur, Miss Franche Venancio. Mula naman sa Siroma Kamsur, assisted by Jomel Sibno, second competitor is Mr. Julio Alano Jr. Ang susunod ay nagmula sa Pili Kamsur, kasama niya si John Leonard Nidea, our third competitor, Mr. Newton Neil Serrano. Pamplona represent naman ng ating fourth competitor, kasama niya si Jewel Ann Marie Cintura. Welcome, Mr. Jobet Lustre. Pili Kamsur pong muli ang ating susunod na kalahok. Kasama niya si Denden Bristain, our fifth competitor, Mr. Mark Hj Guevara. Nakilala na natin ang ating final 5 competitors. Now let me introduce to you these highly respected and world-renowned personalities in the field of food industry. Our panel of judges for Shine Lao Lao Shine Cooking Competition. Our judge number 1 is the owner and chef of the Odd Duck, located in Carolina, Naga City, Mr. Eric Roy San Luis. Our judge number 2 is a chef and a Chat Time franchisee, Naga and Legazpi branch, Mr. Patrick D. Our third judge is the Director for Admin and Services for Strategy and Innovation, Bicol State College and Applied Sciences Technology, Dr. Deana C. Regnim. Lastly, our final judge is the Vice President for Inter-Chamber Relations and fourth Fabex Committee member, Kamsur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, Ms. Michelle Lim. Alam kong excited na kayong simulan ng ating kompetisyon. But for now, pakinggan muna natin ang ating mga panauhin para sa Plenary 1, Setting Up Your Online Business the Legit Way.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for the 4th Food and Beverage Expo 2021. Bronze sponsor, Diageo Philippines Incorporated. Silver sponsors, Bean Leaf Coffee and Tea. Gold sponsors, Samyup Masarap, Tugawe Cove Resort, Department of Agriculture, Region 5. We would like to thank our valued partners for the year 2021. Province of Camarines Sur, Department of Agriculture, Region 5, Department of Trade and Industry, Angina Trading, GCI Construction and Development Corporation, Jurassic Construction and Supplies, Pixeled Solution, Medlane Enterprises, Ngo and Sons Trading and Industries Incorporated, SVM Marketing Solutions OPC, Tugawe Cove Resort. Plenary Session 1, Setting Up of Online Business the Legit Way.
Our first speaker for the first plenary is a Science Research Specialist 2 from the Department of Science and Technology, Region 5. She has been in the civil service for almost 20 years and has also served the local government of Milaor as an agricultural technologist. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Miss Between Estrella Celevante.
Hello everyone. Today I will be discussing about the program of the DUST that is being offered to MSMEs. The DUST setup is an acronym of the word Small Enterprise Technology Upgrading Program.
It is an umbrella program of the Department of Science and Technology that is being implemented nationwide since year 2003. All regions have set up programs that help companies upgrade their facility to increase productivity and competitiveness through improving the quality of their products.
Under this program, the DUST help finance in purchasing the equipment needed to improve production capacity to help the MSME be globally competitive and consequentially generate employment.
The assistance is provided with no interest and has to be paid back within 3 years' time and with 1 year grace period. No collateral is required. In some instances, the UST have assisted from 100,000 to 3 million or depending on the need of the client.
Aside from upgrading the equipment, the DUST also provide training of people workers to upgrade their capability, and we provide other technical consultancies,
such as providing laboratory services, packaging and labeling assistance, and experts advice through the interactive, web-based One Expert. This provides you access to scientists, engineers, researchers, technologists that can give technical advice and consultancy services to Filipinos anywhere you are in the Philippines. You may also access the DUST e-commerce One Store to help you market your products. Just click the onestore.gov.ph. Sectors covered under the program are those engaged in food processing, furniture, gifts, decors and handicrafts, agriculture, aquaculture, forestry, metals and engineering, ICT, health and wellness, halal products and services, energy and environment, creative industry, and other regional priority sectors. To be qualified for the assistance, the enterprise or industry must be based in the Philippines, wholly owned by a Filipino citizen, and has no previous accountabilities with the DOST. To avail, please submit a letter of interest to the nearest DOST office, or you may send a message at the DOST5 Facebook page or email us at records@ro5.dost.gov.ph. Thank you so much and God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our second speaker, the Provincial Director of the Department of Trade and Industry, Ms. Edna Tejada.
A pleasant day to all. First, let me congratulate Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry President Sol Magtoto and team for this year's Fabex, and a very warm welcome to all virtual participants today for my short sharing on setting up an online business. Setting up an online business the legit way may be a crash course to some and familiar to most of you. Why is it important to establish a strong online presence? Because it is projected that e-commerce will grow from $3 billion to $5 billion during the pandemic and onwards. What is the easiest way to go online? Of course, to join existing digital marketing platforms such as Shopee, Lazada, and our homegrown OMG or online market ni Bishop Benson. What does it take to join Shopee? To join Shopee, look at your screen, you will see that you need to submit BIR Form 2303, business name, certificate, and one government-issued ID. As to the fees, I will be charged 1% commission fee on all transactions, but 0 commission fee for the first 6 months. Below is the link for Shopee for you to be able to join them. What about Lazada? Similar requirements are being asked by Lazada. You will have to submit business name certificate, one government-issued ID, bank details. This time, bank details are being required. And also individual sellers are required to be part of online sellers marketing cooperative, minimum capital share of which is 400 pesos. And for the fee, you will have to pay 2.24 payment fee, and you can check it out with their link indicated in the lower part of the screen. And our very own homegrown online market, ni Bishop Gainsa, check their sites also, as you can enroll with them the easy way. So for OMG, all you have to submit is a business name certificate from DTI, SEC, or CBA, and you can easily enroll at OMG by visiting their website. Yes. Another track is to set up your mobile app or your website. But if I will be asked, a website got only 16% users, and most of us online shoppers would prefer mobile app, which is being used by 84% of online shoppers. Developing your website would mean the basic design, and which is the minimum cost would be 20,000 pesos, and it will be up in a week's time. And payment for the URL or the uniform resource locator or your address in the World Wide Web is already included in the 20,000 pesos website development. So you will have to create your own website, and you will have to pay 500 for your URL. What does it take? What does it take for a website to be frequently visited? It would take high resolution pictures because they will be the ones speaking on behalf of themselves. There will be no salesperson, or you, the owners, will not be there to describe and then to tell the buyers about the qualities of the product. So high resolution pictures would be very best, and also nicely written content. Since the buyers will be browsing the website or the app, a nicely written content must be descriptive in terms of technical properties and value addition to the buyers. And it should also be user-friendly, meaning at least the lesser clicks that the buyers will do, the better. Because nowadays, people are very impatient, and the more clicks that they will do, the more that they will abandon the website or the mobile application. So for the app developer, this one is by using your cell phones. 15,000 is the basic developing fee, and then it will be up in a week. But this is really very basic, since for experience of DTI, we had the mobile app developed for both the Android and the iOS, and we paid, I think, almost 700,000 pesos for the both application, because it already included the payment portal and also the delivery methods. And those are not only the things that you should put in mind, because once you develop your own website or your app, or you join Shopee, Lazada, or the OMG, you need also to come up with the following requirements. You have to have a business name registration, which is shown on your screen. The BIR registration is there, and the FDA license to operate, particularly that most of you are into food processing. But don't you worry, because for those with capitalization of with assets of 3 million or below, you can be qualified under the Barangay Micro Business Enterprise Incentive. And also, there is this provision from the IR that those with 250,000 net income and below are also exempted to pay taxes from the income derived from the operations of their business. Just like one of the incentives under the BMB, or the Barangay Micro Business Enterprise. This one is really very important, since we want to offer safe and quality products that will not compromise the health and, of course, the safety of the buying public. Food processors are required to comply with FDA license to operate. So what are the requirements for this, or the things that you need to consider in application with FDA? So you need to have a production area compliant to FDA specifications. We would also need, again, the business name certificate, either DTI, SEC, or CDA. And the mayor's permit is also very important. Here, product analysis would play a big role. So these are being offered by private laboratories, and FDA, DTI, DOST can help you along these lines. CGMP, our current good manufacturing practices and food safety training certificates are also being required. So you will be given the license to operate by the Food and Drugs Authority. So that will be the very short, as I have said earlier, crash course on putting your business online, and which most of you, I think, is just a review. So thank you once again. Thank you, and may we all have a wonderful celebration of Christmas.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our third speaker, the Revenue District Officer of the Bureau of Internal Revenue, Mr. Elmer Cabanting.
Hello everyone. A pleasant day to each and every one of you. Welcome to the 4th Food and Beverage Expo, or the Fabex, as organized by the Kamsur Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Welcome to the tax briefing under the Bureau of Internal Revenue. In registering your business to BIR, we will just have to follow the 3 simple steps, such as the R, F, P, or the register, file, and pay. The first step is how to register. What are the documents needed? What are the forms to be accomplished? We will discuss as we go along. As provided under Section 236 of the Tax Code, or the National Internal Revenue Code, NIRC, that every person subject to any internal revenue tax shall register once with the appropriate revenue district office. When? You should register on or before the commencement of your business. So this is the legal basis as provided under the tax code, requiring you to register your business at the BIR. These are now the documents required or needed in registering your business at the BIR. Number 1, any government issued ID or birth certificate. And number 2, duly accomplished BIR Form 1901. The following are the examples of a government-issued ID, such as voter's ID, the UMID, postal ID, SSS, GSIS ID, LTO or the driver's license, senior citizens ID, and so on and so forth. Document number 2 is BIR Form 1901. So the taxpayer or the business owner will have to accomplish BIR Form 1901 in registering the business. This form is available at the all BIR offices. So take note, it is very easy. The BIR only requires you two documents in registering your business. Number one, any valid ID or birth certificate. And number two, duly accomplished BIR Form 1901. But take note, if your business has a trade name or a business name, the BIR will require you to submit your DTI certificate. What is this DTI certificate? The DTI office issued this DTI certificate to those business who has applied for a trade name or business name so that he or she has that exclusive rights to use that aforesaid trade name or business name. After completing the registration process, the BIR will now give you the following documents as a proof of your business registration. Number one, Certificate of Registration or BIR Form 2303. Under this BIR Certificate of Registration is the summary of important details of your business registration at the BIR, such as taxpayer's name, taxpayer identification number or the TIN, taxpayer's address, the date of registration of your business, the tax types that you are going to file, your trade name, and your line of business. Aside from the certificate of registration, the BIR will also give you this following poster, the Ask for Receipt poster. This poster should be displayed conspicuously at your place of business. After you have secured your certificate of registration at the BIR, you are also required to secure the following. Number one, the authority to print or the ATP for the invoice or for the official receipts. that you are going to use in your business. And number two, you are also required to register your books of accounts. In your screen right now is the sample of the ATP, or the application for authority to print, the BIR form 1906. You have to secure first the approval from the BIR through this form 1906, before you can go to the printing press to proceed for the printing of your invoice or your official receipts. This is to enlighten you as well as to guide you what kind of documents are you going to use in your business. If your business is selling of services, you will use official receipts. But if your line of business is selling of goods or merchandise, you will use sales invoice. With regards to books of accounts, the following are the examples of books of accounts: cash register receipts, cash disbursements, journal, ledger, subsidiary ledger, combined cash journal, simplified set of bookkeeping records or the SSBR, or the famous Blue Book. The BIR personnel will evaluate what kind of books of accounts that is appropriate to your business. You have already completed the first step of the RFP, the register, file, and pay. You have already completed the first level, which is the registration process. We will now proceed with the next level, which is filing. But the question is, what are you going to file and how are you going to file it? In order for you to know what tax forms or tax returns that you are required to file, you just have to refer to your BIR certificate of registration. It is indicated under the tax types section what kind of tax that you are required to file. In this video presentation, I will discuss briefly these different kind of taxes, as well as each corresponding tax returns and their due dates. Number one, registration fee. Registration fee is payable yearly on or before January 31 at a fixed amount of 500 pesos using the form BIR Form 0605. The next type of tax is the percentage tax. But the question is, how can we compute the percentage tax? Percentage tax is computed by simply multiplying your total gross receipts, gross sales, or gross revenue by 3%. Using BIR Form 2551Q. The following illustrative problem shows the result of business operation of taxpayer Crystal Dakuykui of her business during the first quarter of 2021. We have the monthly gross sales, the cost, the gross profit, the expenses, and the net income. For the 3 months of the first quarter of 2021. Using the data of the illustrative problem, can you compute the percentage tax due of taxpayer Crystal Dakuykui for the first quarter of 2021? How much is the percentage tax due? Okay, let us compare our answers. In computing the percentage tax due, again, we just simply multiply the gross sales, the gross receipts, or gross revenue by 3%. In this illustrative data, how much is the gross sale for the quarter of taxpayer Crystal Dakuykui? How much? Yes, it is 450,000. The total gross sales for the first quarter of 2021. Can we now Can we now compute the percentage tax due? Okay, let us check your answers. How much is the percentage tax due? So, percentage tax is computed by multiplying gross receipts, gross sales, gross revenue by 3%. In the illustrative problem, taxpayer Crystal Dakuykui has a gross sales for the quarter amounting to 450,000. Multiply it by the tax rate of 3%, the percentage tax due is total to 13,500. That is the percentage tax due. The following is the due dates for filing the percentage tax returns. For the first quarter, the due date is April 25. For the second quarter, July 25. The third quarter, October 25. And for the fourth quarter, January 25 of the following year. So please take note of the due date for filing the percentage tax returns. Again, the form is BIR Form 2551Q. The next type of tax is the income tax. Before we can compute the income tax due or the income tax payable, we have first to compute the net taxable income. The following is the formula in computing the net taxable income. Gross receipts less the cost is equals to the gross income or the gross profit less the expenses, we will arrive at the net taxable income. Again, we will use the same illustrative problem. Taxpayer Crystal Dakuykui. For the first quarter 2021. But this time, we will compute the income tax payable for the first quarter of 2021. Using the data of the illustrative problem of taxpayer Crystal Dakuykui, we have arrived a net taxable income of 270,000 for the first quarter of 2021. That is, gross sales of 450,000 less the cost of 67,500 is equals to the gross profit of 382,500 less the operating expenses of 112,500 is equals to the net income or the net taxable income of 270,000. Again, using the same data, the net taxable income of taxpayer Crystal Dakuykui is 270,000 for the first quarter of 2021. We have already computed the net taxable income of taxpayer Crystal Dakuykui amounting to 270,000. We are now going to compute the income tax due from that said net taxable income. How much is the net, I'm sorry, how much is the income tax payable or the income tax due of taxpayer Crystal Dakuykui? The following is the income tax table with brackets and the tax due column. If the net taxable income is not over 250,000, the tax due or the tax payable is exempt. Under the next bracket, if the net taxable income is over 250,000 but not over 400,000, the tax due is 20% of excess of 250,000, and so on and so forth. That is the income tax table. That will be our guide in computing the income tax payable or the income tax due. Using the income tax table, we will now determine at which bracket does the net taxable income of 270,000 classify. The net taxable income of 270,000, that is the net taxable income of taxpayer Crystal Dakuykui for the first quarter of 2021, falls under the bracket of over 250,000 but not over 400,000. The corresponding tax due is the 20% of excess of 250,000. Based on the second bracket of the income tax table, which is more than 250,000 but not more than 400,000, the income tax due is computed as follows. So the first 250,000 net income is exempt, while the excess of 250,000, which is 20,000, is subject to the 20% income tax rate. So that is 4,000. So total tax due for the net taxable income of 270,000 is 4,000. So that will be the income tax due or the income tax payable of taxpayer Crystal Dakuy for the first quarter of 2021. We have already completed the two steps of the RFP. Number one, the registration, and number two, the filing. We are now going to proceed to number three, which is pay. But the question is, where are we going to pay? We can file our returns and pay the corresponding taxes through the BIR's authorized agent bank. To name a few, in RDO 65, Naga City, we have 14 authorized agent bank like Land Bank, PNB, BPI, Veterans Bank, and among others. For those taxpayers who are outside the city of Naga, you can file your tax returns and pay the corresponding taxes through our revenue collection officers. We have a revenue collection officer in every municipality that is under the jurisdiction of RDO 65 Naga City. Just a reminder to file your tax returns and pay the corresponding taxes on or before the due date. so that we can avoid the tax penalties. That concludes my tax briefing video presentation for the fourth Food and Beverage Expo, Fabex. But if you have any more inquiries, questions, or verifications, you can reach us through our social media page at Facebook, BIRRDO65 Naga City. Or you can visit us at our office, BIR Building, J. Miranda Avenue, Naga City. Thank you very much and keep safe and God bless to each and everyone. Thank you.
To facilitate our panel discussion, let us welcome former radio and TV personality, business owner, and a proud member of the CSCCI, Ms. Tess Banyares Delfin.
At nais ko pong batiin ang ating mga kasamahan sa Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry ng isang magandang umaga po sa kanilang lahat. At ang lahat po ng ating mga tagapanood ng programang ito. We would like once again to welcome you to our fourth Fabex, which started last 2017, a program that was initiated, of course, by Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And likewise, ladies and gentlemen, our guest panelists for this morning, in this particular segment, which is entitled Setting Up Online Business Legit Way. Maraming salamat po sa presensya dito po sa ating gagawing webinar discussion ng mga sumusunod na panelists na pinangungunahan po ni Ms. Bituin E. Celabante, Science Research Specialist 2 ng Department of Science and Technology. Magandang umaga po sa iyo, Ma'am Bituin. Thank you. Our second panelist is no less than the Revenue District Officer of the Bureau of Internal Revenue, BIR Naga. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Elmer Cabinting. Magandang umaga po sa atin, Mr. Elmer. Thank you, Mr. Elmer. And our last panelist is no less than Ms. Rosemary B. de la Trinidad, the Senior Trade Industry Development Specialist of the Department of Trade and Industry. Magandang umaga sa atin, Ms. Rosemary. We are going to start with this plenary session 1 as part of the segment in our fourth Fabex. This is entitled Setting Up Online Business Legit Way. Palagay ko po napakaganda ng magiging discussion flow ng ating segment na ito ngayong umaga. Kasi po, we have our distinguished panelists to discuss with us some policies, guidelines, and new format on how we are going to set up our online business in this time of the new normal. So, nais po naming tanungin muna at itong first question ay ididirekta ko po kay Ma'am Bituin. Ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Sa DOST po, ano po ang setup na sinasabi natin at bakit po ito binuo ng Department of Science and Technology?
Okay, ma'am. So, ang setup po ay acronym ng Small Enterprise Technology Upgrading Program. Ito po ay nilungsad ng DOST para sa mga MSMEs, micro, small, medium enterprises dito sa ating lugar para
maiangat po natin ang kanilang mga estado sa kanilang negosyo sa pamamagitan ng science and technology interventions na pwede po namin maitulong sa kanila.
Alright, set up. At ilan na po din ba, ma'am, ang MSMEs or small medium scale industries na sa Bicol ang natulungan na ng set-up program na ito ng DOST?
Simula po ng 2002 kung saan po ito ni-launch, meron na po tayong 410 MSMEs sa Bicol region. At ang karamihan po dito, ma'am, ay nasa loob po siya ng sektor ng food processing sector. Siguro po nasa 86% po ang nasa ganong industriya. So yan po, ma'am, yung mga MSMEs na aming natulungan na sa ngayon.
All right. Ma'am, we still have several questions for you in a while. But for the meantime, we are going to have this particular question directed to Ma'am Rosemary de la Trinidad of the Department of Trade and Industry, in the absence, of course, of our Provincial Director, Ms. Edna Tejada. Ma'am Rosemary, we are actually engaged in food processing and we don't have a business name. How are we going to register our business with DTI and its requirements? Go ahead, ma'am.
So first, we need to come up with 3 possible business names. Since your business name would be your trade's identity forever, so you might want to devote enough time planning on how your business will be called. So in DTI, the business name has 2 portions. First, the dominant portion consists of words or phrase or a combination of letters and numbers. And then the second portion is the descriptor, which refers to the word or group of words intended to describe the nature of business. Since you're engaged in food processing, you might want to use food manufacturing, food products, or homemade products as your descriptor. For example, alias food products. So second thing, you can apply directly to DTI Camarines or provincial office or via online. So if you prefer to apply over the counter, you can go directly to our office at DTI Camarines Sur or to the nearest negosyo centers, our nearest negosyo centers in Camsur. Then you will fill out the business name registration form, and then you will show one government issued ID. So just in case a representative will file on your behalf, they need to submit an authorization letter and also show their valid government issued ID. So just to make sure you have a backup of business name, list of business name, just in case your preferred business name is already taken. So the fee varies on the territorial scope. So for barangay, it's 200. For municipality, it's 500. For regional, it's 1,000. And for national, it's 2,000. So in addition to that is the 30 pesos documentary stop, which is already in a digital form. So if you prefer to apply online, all you need to do is to go to our website, www.bnrs.dti.gov, and fill out the online registration form. So paying registration fee can now be done also online via e-payment platforms. So this can be done through GCash, PayMaya, debit, or credit card. So upon successful payment transaction, all you need to do is to download the business name certificate, and also you will receive an confirmation via email. So if you prefer online, hindi mo na po kailangan pumunta ng DTI Camsur office kasi ikaw na din po yung mag-print ng inyong business name. So very easily yung pag-apply po sa amin. That's all.
So ma'am, since we are talking about food and beverage in this 4th Expo, marami-rami na po ba ang nag-apply sa inyo ng mga DTI licenses, especially for those who are engaging in online food business? Do we already have record to support that from DTI?
Yes po. We are actually assisting food processors and also those food processors who are engaged in online marketing.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Ma'am Rosemary. I have another question for you po. We have already several micro business enterprise group that we have been registered already in Camarines Sur, how do we avail of the barangay micro business enterprise benefits na ino-offer po ng DTI?
So, thank you for that question. So, first, please, let's discuss sino po ba yung pwede mag-avail ng BMDE Certificate of Authority. So, those business who are engaged in processing, manufacturing of products, including yung agro-processing, trading and services, with less than 3 million total asset, excluding the value of land in which the business or your equipment is located. So sila po yung pwede mag-apply po ng ating BMDE. So once you're qualified to apply, all you need to do is to go to our office, DTI Camsur, or to nearest negosyo centers, and you will fill out the BMDE application form and submit photocopy of your business name certificate. And we also require them to submit pictures of their establishment, including their production area, their inventories, and their showing their assets for us to assess if they really qualified. And then our personnel will also contact them to check if they are really qualified to apply for BMDE. So good news, wala pong registration fee ang pagkuha po ng ating BMDE Certificate of Authority. This is for free lang po.
Okay, that's good to know, Ma'am Rosemary. Thank you so much. Nais po namin tanungin mula sa ating guest, panelist mula sa Bureau of Internal Revenue. Magandang umaga sa iyo, Sir Elmer.
Good morning. Good morning po, ma'am.
Good morning. Sir Elmer, we're talking about the Food and Beverage Expo, and this is all about setting up online business the legit way. And this is very important. BIR is of course very important kasi kailangan nating habulin siguro, of course, mula sa BIR. Are these online sellers required to be BIR registered? Or Sir Elmer, is this part of the e-commerce law? Go ahead, Sir Elmer.
Okay, ma'am. Just like any other business establishment or professionals who are practicing their professions, ito pong mga online sellers natin ay required din po sila na magpa-register po sa BIR. That is under section 236 of the tax code po.
Okay, so how do we go about those online sellers? Medyo masugid ba yung paghahabol ng BIR sa ating napakaraming online sellers? Although this is actually, sir, for protection of the buyers, online buyers, and of course, yung negosyante po mismo, di po ba?
Yes po, ma'am. That is correct po, ma'am. Actually, hindi lang po siya ngayon. Although, just because of the pandemic, ang dami na po talagang online sellers. But even before, meron na po tayong revenue regulations na nire-require po yung mga online sellers na mag-require. That is Revenue Memorandum Circular number 55/2013, which mandated all online sellers to register po sa BIR. So even before po noon, talagang nire-required na po yung mga online sellers na magpa-register. So nangyari lang po yung pandemic, kaya medyo glaring, madami sila. So nag-issue po ng panibagong Revenue Memorandum Circular, that is RMC 60-2020, nire-reiterate na magpa-register po yung mga online sellers.
I see. Opo. And what are the basic obligations of online sellers, sir, under the tax code?
Yung requirement lang po sa kanila, napakadali lang po. First is to register, then they have to file, and then they have to pay the corresponding taxes. So 3 steps lang po yan. Register, file, and pay.
Okay. Right now po, Sir Elmer, as a follow-through of these 2 questions that I have already raised with you, hindi po masyadong nag-stricto muna right now yung BIR sa ating mga online sellers. But eventually, siguro po, magkakaroon tayo ng mas stricter measures on how we are going to go about with all of these online sellers. But medyo maluwag-luwag po tayo ngayon dahil nga po ang dami pong na-engage talaga po sa online selling. But we really have to tell them always the truth that if we are going to do some business, we always have to do it the legit way. Di po ba?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Sir Elmer. We will still have more questions for you.
Yes,
I have another question, ma'am. This is for Ma'am Bituin of the OST. Ma'am, still there, of course. Ngayon po, Ma'am Bituin, na meron tayong pandemya, ano po ang nagiging partisipasyon ng mga setup adapters na tinatawag natin po kanina?
So, the DOST5 is proud to say na yung mga setup operators po namin ay nagkaroon ng contribution para sa kasagutan po ng pandemya. Among po sa aming mga assisted, meron po sa kanilang several firms that was engaged in producing ang mga acrylic barriers. Tapos yung iba naman po ay gumawa sila ng mga face mask. So, meron pa pong sa ibang sektor na nag-alay na muna sila sa paggawa ng ibang bagay na pwede pang makitulong dito sa pandemya. At marami pa pong iba.
Meron po ba, ma'am, na binibigay na pagkilala o recognition sa mga setup cooperators natin na ito, ang DOST?
Yes, ma'am. So, for the past 3 years po, ang DOST implements this setup race na kung saan po ito po ay ang paraan ng DOST para sa pagkilala sa aming mga setup adapters na binibigyan po namin sila ng award. Tapos, bawat region po yung ginagawa. Kung sino po yung mapipiling finalist, siya po yung ilalaban po namin sa national level. Yan po yung magiging best setup adapter na award. So, more than po sa acknowledgement and honor na gusto po namin ibigay sa mga setup adapters na nabibigyan ng award, kami po ay tumataba ang aming puso kasi ang sarap po sa pakiramdam na ang DOST5 ay nagiging parte po na nakakapagbigay pong tulong sa kanilang kabuhayan para sa ating mga kababayan.
Alright, Ma'am Bituin. Sa part ng DOST, although this is not part of the question so far that we will be asking you, meron po tayong limit ba sa mga ganitong klaseng na cooperators kung ano pa ang pwede nilang maibigay sa atin?
Yung mga sectors, ma'am, yung tinatanong
yes.
po.
Yes, sectors.
Okay. Ang setup po ay, as I said po kanina, ay nagsimula siya ng 2002, ay may ilang sector po silang binibigyan ng priority. Kagaya po ng food processing, kung ang negosyo mo ay engaged sa furniture, gift decors, and housewares, metals and engineering, health and wellness, pwede din po yung ICT, kasama din po yung mga halal product, energy, creative and industry, and other regional priority sectors po. Binibigyan po din namin sila ng tulong under sa program po ng setup.
All right. Thank you. It's good to know, Ma'am Bituin from the UST. Thank you so much po. Sir Elmer, babalikan ko po kayo sa BIR. Sir Elmer, yung si pandemic time is actually a very trying times for all of us. And kinakailangan po ba talaga na lahat ng ating mga online sellers ay nakarehistro din sa BIR? Required din po ba yung mga, siyempre, sellers to, sa BIR? And what are some of the provisions so far of the tax code? Na, do we penalize? Is there a penalty for all of those online sellers na talagang hindi sumusunod sa ating BIR rules on online selling?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, sa tax code, ang sinasabi sa tax code is per section 236 ng tax code, every person subject for any internal revenue taxes or yung nagbi-business must register on or before the commencement of business. Like yung mga nag-online selling, dapat po magpa-register na po talaga. Kasi kapag hindi po sila nagpa-register at nahuli po sila ng BIR, may corresponding penalties po yun, ma'am, for not registering their online business. So yung penalty po nun, ma'am, depende po. Like yung halimbawa, yung taxpayer is taga-city, nasa 20,000 po yun. So medyo mabigat yung penalty. Kapag naman yung online seller is taga first class municipality, 10,000 naman po yung corresponding penalties. Then sa second class, 5,000, and sa third class and onwards, nasa 2,000. So penalty pa lang po yun, ma'am, for nag-ooperate yung online seller na hindi siya registered sa BIR.
This is actually, sir, very interesting to know. Ano po, kasi talagang ang dami ngayon. Although medyo talagang kailangan natin silang luwagan, pero the truth is talagang malaki-laki ang mga kinikita nila. And they are really free from any encumbrances or taxes from the government. So actually this is true with in trying to get protection also from those buying from online sellers, no? Kaya kailangan talaga medyo pag-itingin pa ng BIR how we are going to channel all of these policies to our online sellers, no? So kailangan medyo talagang siguro in the next few months or in the next years to come, unless talagang kasama na natin yung COVID na ito, so siguro mas paiigtingin pa ng BIR, ano po, ang paghahabol, Mr. Elmer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's already in the pipeline, I think, by BIR on how they are going to sue or talagang habulin ang online sellers. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that update. Ma'am Rosemary of DTI, for several years already, how many years po yung Gainsa Trade Fair? I am very particular about Gainsa Trade Fair because I have been part of Gainsa Trade Fair because this is a partnership between the Archdiocese of Cáceres and of course DTI and Caritas, of course, with Father Mark. Madami tayong pwedeng imbitahan or kumbidahin para sumali sa Gainsa Trade Fair. And this only happens every September, di po ba? Mga ilang taon na po ba ito?
Yes po. Around 17 na po ata.
Oo, matagal pa.
Nung last year po, wala po tayong Bishop Francisco Gainsa Trade Fair. However, we have po yung OMG, online market ni Bishop Gainsa, yung mobile application, and yung website. Bali yung website po, nilaunch po yun din last year. And this year, nilaunch naman po yung ating mobile application wherein download na po siya sa ating iPhone and sa ating Android phones. So yung OMG mobile app po. Yung mga MSMEs po natin, pwede po doong sumali, yung food and also yung non-food. So yung requirements lang po nila is just magkakaroon daw po ng orientation ang OMG team sa kanila on the process, as well as they will discuss yung terms and conditions sa mga MSMEs. And they need to fill out po yung kanilang application subscription form and pay for the joining fee, which is 3,000 pesos. So yung fee po is valid already for 1 year. So 1 year po ma-feature yung top 5 products ninyo sa kanilang mobile app and website. So this also includes po yung photo shoot and content creation na kanilang products. So ayan, if you have questions po on how to join OMG, you may contact po Ms. Ann Lucanias, the Digital Marketing Officer of OM Gainsa, via her mobile phone 090824-82565.
Oh, at sana magpatuloy ito every year, ano? Kasi this year, ang alam po namin, walang pumasok from outside of Camarines Sur, no? Dati-dati may mga pumapasok from any other parts of sa Quezon Province and even as far as Palawan, no? And then Mindanao or Visayas area. Not necessarily Luzon, no? Kasi this year kasi meron tayong physical store, so mas masaya at mas medyo bongga yung ating presentation ng Gainsa Trade Fair kasi nakikita nila talaga yung physical store sa SM City Naga. So thank you, Ma'am Rosemary. May advantage po ba? Ano po ba ang advantage na mayroon ng sariling website? So we're talking about website, Ma'am Rosemary, BTI. Meron po bang, may advantage po ba kung meron kang sariling website if you are a food or beverage, if you are into food or beverage business, online business. So mas may advantage po ba na merong sariling website?
Yes po, actually may advantage po talaga siya. So, but before that, first, you should have business name certificate and yung mga registration requirements sa BIR, Mayor's Permit, and also FDA license to operate, and also yung FDA certificate of product registration. Kasi pag wala po nun, maaari po tayong, sabi nga po ni Sir Elmer, ma-penalize po, ma-check po ng BIR yung ating negosyo. So yan, let me share with you po yung top 3 things, yung advantage po ng pagkakaroon ng website. First is credibility. So in today's modern world po, there is an expectation for any reputable company to have a website. So it is important, especially if you're planning to export your products to other countries or you're looking for big buyers. Kasi these customers are likely to distrust those business who don't have telephone number, physical store, nor website or email address. So second is marketing. So very important po ito. So with the use of this website, you can target your potential customers. So these customers who are interested in your products can easily contact you or make transactions with you online. So however, you must make sure that your website is user-friendly and well-optimized so that your customers could easily find information that they are looking for. So if you on a website, you can also advertise your products then and start earning. And last is market expansion or growth opportunity for your company. So since your website is accessible to anyone all over the world, so anyone from any other country will be able to find your company or to know your product. So also these websites are great ways to find potential investors. Since your site shows what your company is about and what it has achieved or what is your future plan for your company. So these are just some of the benefits of having a website. However, just like anything else, website also has certain drawbacks like yung cost na ini-entail niya and then yung risk of privacy and spam. So it is important for you, food processors, to weigh the pros and cons of establishing your own website. Kung ano nga ba talaga, kung kailangan mo na ba mag-establish na iyong website or dun muna tayo sa mga available sa atin kasi hindi pa kompleto yung ating registration or offline muna tayo. So it's up to you to decide if you're already into it.
Okay.
If you're ready to do it.
And with that, of course, DTI naman is very much willing to support this online business registrants, or if we are going to set up our online business, DTI naman ay madaling lapitan pagka magpapatulong tayo kung how are we going to register or make a website for our own business. It's for our advantage, of course. No? If we really wanted our business to be known, not only in the Philippines, but all over the world, because of internet. Di po ba?
Yes. Actually, we have projects din with the ICT wherein our MSMEs are being helped on having their own website through the ICT scholars.
All right. Thank you so much to all our panelists, to Ma'am Bituin Salevante, Mr. Elmer Cabinting, and of course, Ma'am Rosemary V. de la Trinidad of DTI. So, we are going to wrap up, but yung wrapping up natin po na gagawin ay kukunan ko po kayo ng last few messages or statements, or kung gusto po ninyong dagdagan yung mga inputs na sinabi niyo po kanina sa ating panel discussion, we may go ahead. So I'd like to call our first speaker, Ma'am Bituin Salevante of DOST, for your parting words.
Sa ating pong mga Bicolanong negosyante sa sektor ng food processing at iba pang mga sinabi ko kanina, kung kayo po ay nagnenegosyo sa sektor na yon, inaanyayahan po namin kayong mag-apply para sa nakikita ninyong pwedeng maging science and technology intervention para maiangat po namin ang inyong produksyon, volume at maiangat ang estado ng inyong productivity para mas maging maganda ang kalidad ng inyong produkto. So, apply na po kayo. Bumisita po kayo sa pinakamalapit na Provincial Science and Technology Center para sa programa ng setup. You may also add our Facebook page, the DOST 5 Provincial Science and Technology S&T Center, Camarines Sur. Pwede nyo rin po kaming makontak sa numbers na 0916-415-5941.
Thank you, Ma'am Bituin. Sir Elmer Cabanting of the Revenue District Office of the Bureau of Internal Revenue. Sir, your parting message po or some important notes pa din po na pwede niyo pong ipahabol sa ating wrap-up. Go ahead, sir.
Sa ating pong mga kababayan, ng mga Bicolanong negosyante, especially sa online sector, so wag po kayong matakot na magpa-register po sa BIR. Unang-una po, kukonti na lang po yung requirements na hinihingi namin. Una is just valid ID. Then kung may trade name yung business mo, yung DTI. So pero hindi required 'yon, no? Yung inire-require lang yung DTI kapag gusto mong may trade name yung business mo. So kung wala naman, just simple valid ID. And yung pag-process po ay napakadali. Within half day po, makukuha mo na yung registration mo po sa BIR. So ini-encourage po natin sila na mag-register. Huwag na po nilang hintayin na habulin sila ng BIR with the corresponding penalties for the non-registration of their business. Yun lang po. Thank you very much po, ma'am.
Once again, thank you so much, Mr. Elmer Cabanting of BIR. And our next, Ms. Rosemary B. de la Trinidad. Once again, ma'am, our Senior Trade Industry Development Specialist of the Department of Trade and Industry. Ma'am?
For those na hindi po nakakapag-like sa aming Facebook account, please like our official Facebook account, TTI Camarines Sur, para maging updated po kayo sa aming mga programs and services. So every month po, nagpo-post po kami ng aming mga pa-training sa, hindi lang po sa food processors, pati din po sa ibang sector. So for our food processors, if you want to be helped on improving your products, and as well as marketing your products to your target customers, you may go to our office sa DTI Camsur, Old DB Building, Panganiban Drive, Naga City, or to the nearest negosyo centers near you. So may mga negosyo centers po tayo doon para tumulong po sa inyo ma-improve yung inyong product as well as ma-market yung inyong product online and offline. So that's all po.
Thank you, Ma'am Rosemary. Muli po, maraming salamat po sa ating mga panelists. Ms. Bituin Salevante, Science Research Specialist to the Department of Science and Technology. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us in today's plenary session in Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry's 4th Food and Beverage Expo. Ma'am Rosemary B. de la Trinidad, Senior Trade Industry Development Specialist of the Department of Trade and Industry. Ma'am Rosemary, thank you so much. And of course, Mr. Elmer Cabanting of BIR, Bureau of Internal Revenue. Thank you so much sa inyo pong lahat. I know sa ating mga taga-panood, sa ating mga nanood sa ating plenary session, we believe that you have written down notes on a lot of points, guidelines, and or duties and responsibilities as an online seller. And of course, setting up your own business, online business, so to speak. Let's be more mindful by doing our business right the first time. Let's do it the legit way. Thank you so much. And once again, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Tess Banyares Delphine.
Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, in partnership with the Provincial Government of Camsur. Camsur Business Expo 2021, ready for a better normal. 4th Food and Beverage Expo. Present this plaque of appreciation to Miss Bituin Salevante for extending her invaluable contribution and unwavering support as our speaker, contributing to the success of the 4th Food and Beverage Expo with the theme Adapting Through Innovation and Reinvention. Given this 3rd day of December 2021 at Camsur, Philippines. Signed, Chairperson of the 4th Fabex, Ms. Maria Cecilia M. Magtuto. Expo Chairperson, Camsur Business Expo 2021, Ms. Maria Emma F. Lurin. President, Maria Soledad V. Magtuto. Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, in partnership with the Provincial Government of Camsur. Camsur Business Expo 2021, ready for a better normal. 4th Food and Beverage Expo. Present this plaque of appreciation to Miss Edna Tejada for extending her invaluable contribution and unwavering support as our speaker, contributing to the success of the 4th Food and Beverage Expo with the theme Adapting Through Innovation and Reinvention. Given this 3rd day of December 2021 at CAMSUR, Philippines. Signed, Chairperson of the 4th Fabex, Ms. Maria Cecilia M. Magtuto. Expo Chairperson, CAMSUR Business Expo 2021, Ms. Maria Emma F. Lurin. President, Maria Soledad V. Magtuto. Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, in partnership with the Provincial Government of CAMSUR. CAMSUR Business Expo 2021, ready for a better normal. 4th Food and Beverage Expo. Present this plaque of appreciation to Mr. Elmer Cabantin for extending his invaluable contribution and unwavering support as our speaker, contributing to the success of the 4th Food and Beverage Expo with the theme Adapting Through Innovation and Reinvention. Given this 3rd day of December 2021 at CAMSUR, Philippines. Signed, Chairperson of the 4th Fabex, Ms. Maria Cecilia M. Magtuto. Expo Chairperson, CAMSUR Business Expo 2021, Ms. Maria Emma F. Lurin. President, Maria Soledad V. Magtuto. Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, in partnership with the Provincial Government of CAMSUR. CAMSUR Business Expo 2021, ready for a better normal. 4th Food and Beverage Expo. Present this plaque of appreciation to Ms. Tess Banyares Delfin for extending her invaluable contribution and unwavering support as our segment host, contributing to the success of the 4th Food and Beverage Expo with the theme Adapting Through Innovation and Reinvention. Given this 3rd day of December 2021 at CAMSUR, Philippines. Signed, Chairperson of the 4th Fabex, Ms. Maria Cecilia M. Magtuto. Expo Chairperson, CAMSUR Business Expo 2021, Ms. Maria Emma F. Lurin. President, Maria Soledad V. Magtuto. We would like to thank the following sponsors for the 4th Food and Beverage Expo 2021. Bronze sponsor, Diageo Philippines Incorporated. Silver sponsors, Bean Leaf Coffee and Tea, Food Panda Philippines Incorporated. Gold sponsors, Samyup Masarap, Tugawe Cove Resort, Department of Agriculture, Region 5. We would like to thank our valued partners for the year 2021. Province of Camarines Sur, Department of Agriculture, Region 5, Department of Trade and Industry, Angina Trading, GCI Construction and Development Corporation, Jurassic Construction and Supplies, Pixeled Solution, Medlane Enterprises, Ngo & Sons Trading and Industries Incorporated, SVM Marketing Solutions OPC, Tugawe Cove Resort.
Our speaker is a graduate of BS Tourism, major in Development Tourism Management from the Ateneo de Naga University. He is an experienced business manager in the restaurant and hotels industry here in the Philippines and abroad. With his international exposure, he gained insights and developed network. He started his business Harina Pastries. To share to us his success story, let us welcome Mr. Michael Bombaze Bufete.
Hi, I'm Michael Bufete, owner of Harina Pastries, and this is my story. I used to work before as operations manager of some resorts and hotels, Bohol, Batangas, even Tugawe Cove Resort here in Bicol. I also worked as seaman for 5 years in an expedition ship and a ferry ship in Germany. And then last year, because of pandemic happened, I was laid off as an OFW or as a seaman. And that's where my business started.
What challenges did your business face during this pandemic, and what have you done to triumph over them?
One of the challenges that I faced during this pandemic with my business is when my business is in plateau. Ibig sabihin, no one was buying my product. No one ordering my cakes, my pastries. And it's very difficult kasi for the support of for my family, for myself, wala na. And with this challenge, I have to think what are the ways kung paano solusyonan yung problema. Isa sa mga solution is innovation with my business. I offered no-bake cheesecake last year, and with that product, nakilala ko. I was known for the brand or for the tagline, First in Naga. With that tagline, isa yun sa nakapag-connect with my customers. Isa ko doon sa, with that product also, nakilala yung brand ko. So you have to retain the tagline First in Naga. So you have to offer different pastries na hindi makikita sa Naga. Different pastries na you can only find if you travel abroad or if you travel outside Bicol. With that way, I was able to come back with the market and sell again pastries. Another challenge that I face with this pandemic or with my customers is the unfamiliarity of customers in my product. As I've said, I offer different pastries, international pastries, na yung mga customers ko unfamiliar. Ano ba yung lasa? Kasi bago sa kanila. Especially here in Bicol. I think the solution with that is you have to continue. Kahit sabihin nating walang bumibili, continue selling. I know it is difficult. I know na malaki ang gastos, pero you have to continue. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, post it on Facebook. Yun ang ginawa ko. I let my friends post in Facebook, and that's it. Marami ang sumunod, marami ang nag-order with my business.
What is the best strategy entrepreneurs can employ in their businesses at a time of pandemic?
The best strategy entrepreneurs can employ with their business, number one is know your competitor. Kailangan mong kilalanin yung competitor mo, kailangan kilalanin mo kung ano yung ino-offer nila, their products, their services. When your competitor offer the same product with your business, then you have to adjust. It is the time that you have to innovate your product or your services. Hindi pwedeng pareho kayong mag-offer ng products or mag-offer ng service. For example, there are online sellers offer cakes, which is the same with my business. When I see that, kailangan ko mag-adjust. Kailangan kong ako yung mag-adjust kasi hindi naman pala hindi mo naman sila pwedeng sabihan na sila yung mag-adjust. So kailangan kong i-innovate yung product ko, kailangan kong baguhin yung product ko. For me to sustain the market I have and for me to sustain the business that I have. The second strategy that entrepreneurs can employ is research new product. Especially with food industry. Ang daming food establishments, what should I say, here in Naga, I think even outside Naga. Ang dami nagsusulputan food establishments and there are lots of competitors. So you have to know, you have to research your new products and services. Do the experiments. Huwag matakot mag-experiment ng product. I know it is costly, I know mayroong gastos, pero I think it is a number one tool, the number one strategy that a businessman can do with their business. Research new product. And now the third is respond to change. Here in Naga, what I learned or experience I had is madaling masawa ang mga tao, especially with the food. When I offered no-bake cheesecake, for example, last year, almost 10 cakes per day ang order sa akin. 10, 20 cakes per day. After 1 month, after 2 months, nawala lahat. So I have to take another product, which is the Boss Burn Cheesecake. For 1 month, I got, I think, 20, 30 cakes per day when I offer that cakes. After 1 month, 2 months, nawala din sila. So madaling nasasawa ang tao. When I offered French eclairs, French cream puff, or any French pastries, ang daming nag-order. Pero madali din magsawa yung tao. So you have to respond with the change of your customers or your market. Hindi pwede kung ano yung in-offer mo noon, kailangan mo i-offer mo rin ngayon. So kailangan innovation is the number one way for you to be successful with this industry.
Provide effective ways on how our entrepreneurs can innovate their businesses, especially during a pandemic.
The effective way entrepreneurs can innovate with their business is know the trend of the products and services that they can offer. You have to research again with the products that you can offer. You have to learn, you have to research what are the trends. For the foods, I think seasonal, may mga seasonal na food, may mga seasonal na beverages na ino-offer sa market. So you have to know the learn. If it is not trending, then it is time for you to make it trend. I think that's what I did here in Naga. Kung hindi wala man siya sa trending, then pinapatrend ko siya. So I think that's the best way that the business can innovate with their business.
How can entrepreneurs develop their own line of businesses and increase their sales or income when the national economy is at stake and struggling due to COVID-19?
I think the best way is know what you want to do, know your passion. It is the best way for you to know the line of business you want to do. Ang hirap kasi gumawa ng business na hindi mo naman gusto. Ang hirap gumawa ng negosyo na napilitan ka lang, or someone push you to do it, or someone ask you to do that. So, for you to build a business, learn what you want, learn what you love to do. Kasi mahirap naman na, for example, gumagawa ka ng business pag napagod ka na, ayaw mo na. So kailangan pag nagtatrabaho ka, kahit pagod ka na, gusto mo pa rin gawin dahil mahal mo.
How can entrepreneurs be more responsible with their businesses, especially in the midst of pandemic?
I think the best is know the protocol. Especially nowadays, the very concern is health. So I think just follow the health protocol. That's the best way.
What's the biggest misconception about business persons today?
The biggest misconception about business persons nowadays, especially during pandemic, especially me, online sellers or who got small business, is ang daming pera, kuripot. Those were the misconception na naririnig ko from my friends or from other people, which is not true. Wala kami maraming pera at hindi rin kami kuripot.
What made you decide to join CSCCI? And as a member of CSCCI, what benefits have you so far received? And the new ideas you have acquired in further developing your business?
I was invited by Ma'am Paul to join Cscci, I think this year. So, wala pala akong plano mag-join kasi sabi ko, it's just a small business at hindi siya pang Cscci. But then, Ma'am Paul insisted na sumali ako. So, yeah, I'm here at Cscci. And then, the benefits that I got from Cscci, the trainings I have, seminars, linkages with other businesses for businessmen, and then something to look forward to with Cscci is, I think, to continue helping small businesses like me. That's it.
What's your message for aspiring entrepreneurs who are planning to put up their own business, considering the ongoing threat of COVID-19?
According to Ron Conway, anytime is a good time to start a company or business. And I think another is have a burning desire to succeed. Kasi kapag siguro nag-start ka ng business pero wala kang desire to succeed, wala naman yatang mangyayari. And I think when you start a business, make sure na it is from your heart. Hindi pwede kasi na dahil gusto mo lang just to earn money, but because you want growth, sarili mo, and it is your career. So I think that's the best for young entrepreneurs or for the aspiring entrepreneurs who would like to start a business. Thank you. And this is Michael Bufete, proud Cscci member.
Our speaker started her business with a clothing stall located at Naga City Market in 2010. She then expanded to Fabex Boutique, which offers not only the latest fashion trends, but also showcased small startup businesses. In the next few years, she also ventured into the food, grocery, and dormitory businesses along Peña Francia Avenue and brought imported planners and study Bibles to the local planning and journaling community. Despite the challenges brought by the pandemic, she went on to establish the now well-known Naga's Creamy and Cheesy Baked Sushi. She remains an active worship and youth ministry leader in the church and commits her success to the Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our next sharer for her success story, Miss Ruth D. Nang.
Hi beloved! My name is Ruth Nang and I own the Fabex Boutique and Naga Creamy Baked Sushi. And here's my story.
What challenges did your business face during this pandemic? And what have you done to triumph over them?
Actually, it was a big hit for the small business owners like us, closing down physical stores and complying with the quarantine. Actually, how would I triumph with it? We indulged into online selling through social media, and then nag-try din nga ako nun magtinda ng kahit just to pursue continuity para sa selling namin. I even got into pasabay, like whenever I go to Legazpi, I ask my friends na, oh, may gusto bang bumili dyan sa inyo? Makikita ko dito and then I'll bring it to Naga, just give me sa small fees like that. And then the pasabay and pabili through the online too. May mga income din doon kahit papano. And at the same time, I tried selling din yung mga buy and sell, yung especially for the foods. I sell Chinese goods kasi marami rin akong friends na naghahanap ng iba't ibang mga food. So, I'll try na ibigay sa kanila yung mga malalayo. Like, nagbabuy and sell from Manila and then delivering it them to their home, satisfying their, yung mga hinahanap na gusto nila. With that simple thing, siguro, paunti-unti na nasasucceed ko yung yung in need with that uncertainty sa COVID. And mahilig rin kasi ako during that time na magluto kasi since our physical store are closed, that is also the time na nakapagpahinga ka, tapos kung ano-anong pinagagagawa mo, para lang mas sane yung sanity ko, I tried this venture about cooking. Nagluto nun everyday. Tapos, kasi yung husband ko kasi, very picky eater siya. Tapos, kailangan mo isa-satisfy ko ano yung gusto niya. Like, mahilig lang ako magluto for him. And the last thing na lagi kong hinihintay sa kanya is his response whenever I cook him something different. And then, dun nag-spur up yung sushi. Knowing kasi yung husband ko, he doesn't like eating mga raw meats, raw seafoods, raw salmon. Tapos, that's the time na sabi ko, why not embrace yung, parang bake. I-bake natin siya. And I have this friend also na during that time, it was May 2020 eh. Uso nun doon yung bake sushi. Tapos, I got the idea, why not try it? And then, I tried baking that. I gather all the premium ingredients, the Japanese ingredients, and then make it into that simple bowl of sushi, and then offered it to my husband, and nagustuhan niya. And then suddenly, I love to post everything sa online. And then pinipicturean ko kasi every time kung ano man yung food na nagagawa ko. And then, on that moment, nung pinicturean ko yung baked sushi, hindi ko alam, marami pala akong followers na friend that they would love to try whatever I am cooking, I am baking. Tapos sabi ko, nahihiya nga ako nun sa kanila mag-sell. Kasi parang usually, family ko lang tumitikim at ang asawa ko ng mga luto ko. Then, itatry ko ibenta. I'm not into cooking. I'm not good. I'm not a chef. I'm a simple housewife na nagluluto lang. And then, yung 5 friends ko, sila talaga yung nag-push. Ruth, bentahan mo kami yung sushi mo. I would love to try it. And then sabi ko, kasi ganito siya. Pang-bahay kasi siya. And syempre, nahiya ako magbenta kasi medyo mahal yung ingredients niya. Syempre, when you cook, I want the best for it. Like, the best quality. So, medyo mahal nga siya. And then, even though my friends na sinasabi nilang ganon, it's okay. I would love to try a bite on it. Because, okay. And then, yun, pinadalhan ko sila. And after that, boom! Yun na. Like, sunod-sunod na yung order sa amin. Like, thank God.
What is the best strategy entrepreneurs can employ in their businesses at a time of pandemic?
You need to be attuned on what is in demand, and that you need to over-deliver. Like, you need to exceed the expectation of your customer. Like, providing the best quality of your product and at the same time, the best customer service.
Provide effective ways on how our entrepreneurs can innovate their businesses, especially during a pandemic.
You need to touch base with your client or your customers. Like, you need to get their feedbacks on the product that you're selling. Example, it will help you na mas may improve yung mga ginagawa mo if you just ask their ideas. You need to be sensitive enough of what they are needing, especially dun sa service na binibigay mo. Kasi when they are satisfied, of course, yung transition yun sa'yo is masasatisfy ka din, and at the same time, you could give and deliver a good way of service.
How can entrepreneurs develop their own line of businesses and increase their sales or income when the national economy is at stake and struggling due to COVID-19?
That is the best thing, or always the thing that I always said to my friend. Like, ilista mo. Unang-una, ilista mo lahat ng gusto mo. Sinasabi ko to sa friend ko din na lagi ko nakakausap when we talk about business. Like, if you want to do something, kuha ng papel. Tapos ilista mo isa-isa. Ito gusto ko tong gawin. Ito sunod. Ilista mo lahat. And you need to search kung ano yung skill mo sa isang bagay. What are you talented of? What are you are good with? Or ano yung passionate about what you're doing? Kasi dito mag-start ang isang bagay or isang business kung andun yung puso mo sa ginagawa mo. Like, ako kasi, I just love cooking. And I just love yung taong kumakain ng mga niluluto ko. Nakikita ko yung expression nila after getting that bite na sobrang happy. Yun yung lagi kong ine-expect, or yun yung lagi kong gustong makuha, na makita kong masaya sila whenever I do these things. Kasi pag hindi ka passionate dun sa ginagawa mo, it's nonsense. Parang it's useless lang. But if you put your heart on everything that you do, mag-start talaga siyang mag-bloom. And then, to possibly, sa customer naman, you need to know what is in demand. You need to know anong kailangan ng client mo. What they, ano yung pwede nilang ma-repurchase ulit dun sa mga bagay na ginagawa mo. Marami kasing business na pwedeng gawin eh. Like, halimbawa, I have friend na nag-ano siya, like, nagdo-drawing siya. Kasi yun yung ano niya, yun yung good at siya. So, sinisell niya yun, nagkakaroon siya ng commission about what he or she is doing about that. Ako din, may isa pa ako na talagang kinikilig akong gawin palagi, yung Bible journaling. This is not common here in Naga. Like, I really love to read Bible. And most of my friends are all Christians too. And they wanted to read Bible. But doon ko nakita na parang nakakatamad magbasa minsan ng Bible. What are the things that we could input on that certain situation na mas ma-enjoy yung pagbabasa natin? So, nag-research, and there you go. May nakita akong Bible journaling, which is, it's not just like you're reading, but there's that activity that you're gonna do na magjo-journal ka on the side, and at the same time, magre-reflect ka, magko-coloring ka din. And that's the moment na parang mas na-enhance at mas na-enjoy mo yung ginagawa mo. So for me, ginawa ko siyang business din at the same time. So nagde-deliver din ako sa mga friends, and nagpapabenta din ako sa kanila ng iba't ibang klase ng Bible journal. Same with anything and everything that you do. Basta, ilagay mo lang yung passion mo doon. And that's it.
How can entrepreneurs be more responsible with their businesses, especially in the midst of pandemic?
You could be responsible by first complying with the health protocol procedures. And you need to look after for your staff. And if you have a physical store, you need to be compliant kasi importante yun, especially in the time of pandemic. What else? Being responsible is, you need also to lessen ecological footprint. Yung reuse, reduce, and recycle. Importante yun kasi it will help para sa lahat na gawin natin yon. And at the same time, you need to be responsible in a way in a business that your business income should be separated from your personal expense, and always reinvest your capital. And for that system, you will be responsible enough whatever business you're holding.
What's the biggest misconception about business persons today?
Usually, business owner or businessman are seen as nagpapayaman lang. But for us, or for some business owner, especially example ko yung sarili ko, what we earn helps some of our ministries in our church. And what I earn in this business, kasi lagi kong tinatagline, this business is owned and operated by the grace of God. Whatever we earn little extra of it, we extended our help to our outreach sa iba't ibang works sa simbahan namin. We do feedings, we do spread the word of God, we do walks, prayer walks, and then in that way, we share the good news and the gospel. And yun rin yung pinaka-gusto ko talagang ginagawa eh. It's not just about earning, but helping other people. And ano pa yung nako-contribute as a business person? You help the economy growth. Nakaka-help ka para magtulong sa employment ng mga tao. Especially nangyari ngayon na nagkaroon tayo ng very long quarantine, diba? This long quarantine, nagkakaroon tayo ng loss of income. And the businessman or the business person helped that in some ways the economy growth.
Can you give innovative ways for our fellow entrepreneurs that they can employ in their businesses for sustainability?
You need to be involved in some trainings and mentorship. Oh, I love DTI so much. Kasi whenever I pass dyan sa may Panganiban, tapos nakikita namin yung lahat ng scheduled nila, parang trainings, parang kami ng husband ko, may training na naman ang DTI, parang pwede pa kaya tayo dun, even though it's not on our line. Parang we wanted to learn more about everything, kasi eto yung na-instill sa akin ng husband ko. You need to learn every day. It doesn't mean na you stop because you know something. Every day of our lives, kailangan daw natin laging may nai-instill sa atin. Marami daw tayong kailangan na natututunan. It doesn't stop there. but it pushes you to learn more about something every day. Kasi we live in a day na mahirap. So, if we instill ourselves with good things na ating natututunan, mas nakaka-help pa tayo sa maraming bagay. And yung mga bagay na yon, pwede natin yung maging sustainability attitude sa isang tao, that we grab the opportunity, we grab the privilege about those things to be involved in the community, learning about some business owners, having a relationship with them, looking for their experiences. In that way, mas mai-empower ka pa sa lahat ng mga yon.
What made you decide to join CSCCI? And as a member of CSCCI, what benefits have you so far received? And the new ideas you have acquired in further developing your business?
We know that entrepreneurship is a building relationship, right? It's not just about you and the customer. It always come hand in hand also with your co-business owners also. And as an entrepreneur, parang ang saya lang kasi sa pakiramdam na hindi ka nag-iisa. Meron kang ilo-look up, meron kang titingnan ng mga successful business owners then that you could grab an inspiration, an idea that you can also work on with your own business. And with the CSCCI, ang laking tulong niya, hindi lang sa akin. And also, I know for a lot of people, lalo na yung mga tahimik lang dyan, hindi nila sinasabi or hindi mo nakikita na nagkiklik-click na lang dyan and enjoying all the free webinar that they're offering. You know what? Ang ganda nga kasi it's all free na eh. You don't need to pay anything. And then, parang in-hand mo na lang lahat na pwede mong matutunan, na pwedeng i-inspire, i-indulge, and instill mo sa ideas mo na you could work it out for it. And suddenly, with those ideas, makaka-build up ka in your own business also. Kasi marami kang matututunan sa kanila. I'm also looking forward for all the workmanship na meron silang ginagawa na mas mapatibay pa nila yung relationship na ito at mas marami pa silang ma-reach out na katulad ko na isang business owner na mas matulungan at mas marami pang may offer na ikakaganda at kakasaayos ng kanilang mga negosyo.
What's your message for aspiring entrepreneurs who are planning to put up their own business, considering the ongoing threat of COVID-19?
Rather than thinking this as a threat, why not we think of it as a privilege, opportunity, or it can be a challenge for us na don't look always on the bad side, but always look on the shining side. Like, be positive in everything, in whatever you do. Kasi when you do business, especially as what I've said lately, diba, na you need to put your heart on it. You need to be personal in whatever you're doing. For example, whenever I made my sushi, this is my packaging. Like, yeah. Pina-personal ko talaga siya. Kasi gustong-gusto ko siya. Yung gusto ko. Pina-personal ko siya. And with each packaging, meron akong verses na laging ini-imply doon. Colossians 3:17. And even with my fashion store, the Fabex itself, yan. Pag nakikita nyo dito sa tag niya, meron ako laging nilalagay na Colossians 3:17. And whatever you do, whether word or deed, do it in the name of the Lord, giving thanks to the Father always through Him. I always be personal sa mga ginagawa ko, and I've enclosed different kinds of Bible verses. Ito, ginagawa ko talaga siya personal while baking. Tapos after ko mag-bake, talagang nag-take time ako just to print and then laminate verses na kung sino man yung makaka-receive ng sushi ko, parang ma-encourage sila, parang ma-remind sila how God works in every situation. You know what? I'm so humbled, deeply in awe, and with great joy in my heart na si Lord talaga, He gives favor into His children. Ang maibibigay ko lang sa inyong reminder para rin sa mga nag-a-aspire sa business, in everything that you do, you need to put God first. Kailangan unahin siya eh. Kasi when you seek God, everything and all in it will come together. And sa pagbe-business naman, hindi naman lahat laging successful. It's normal to have failures. It's normal to experience the high and lows. But the good thing about it is hindi ka susuko. Whenever you are on that failure, always remember, si Lord, nire-redeem niya yan lahat. Whatever failures man yung naranasan mo, I know and I believe God will redeem it. And you will bear a good fruit. Tapos, with these verses, diba, each of it, sabi ko, diba, pag nagbe-business tayo, dapat yung heart mo nandun, personal tayo. And whenever my clients or customer receive these verses, suddenly nagsasabi sila, oh, Ruth, thank you for the reminder. Oh, Ruth, thank you for uplifting my soul through that verses. Kasi ang ganda-ganda niya like, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Sabi ni Lord, I am with you always. Whenever you feel down, nandyan lang siya palagi sa'yo. Ano pa? Ang dami. And with this situation and uncertainty, cast all your cares upon the Lord in everything because He cares for you. And what else? Ang dami nating pwedeng i-input sa lahat ng bagay na ginagawa natin. Ang unang-una, unahin mo yung sarili mo. Paano mo magagawin ito? And paano mo i-work out ang isang bagay? It doesn't matter na kung ano man ang situation mo sa buhay, but you need to start. You start small. As long as you begin and start with it, go on and go on ka lang hanggang sa makuha mo yung patama sa business. And andyan naman yung mga supports natin eh. That's why may marami tayong mga nilulook forwards na mga organizations to help us, to empower us, to train us, para mas maraming ma-input para sa atin. And lastly, at wag na wag niyong kakalimutan is believe on what the Lord is instilled for you because we are so special in His sight. That's it. My name is Ruth Nang, proud member of CSCCI.
Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, in partnership with the Provincial Government of Camsur, Camsur Business Expo 2021, ready for a better normal. Fourth Food and Beverage Expo. Present this plaque of appreciation to Miss Ruth Nam for extending her invaluable contribution and unwavering support as our speaker, contributing to the success of the Fourth Food and Beverage Expo with the theme Adapting Through Innovation and Reinvention. Given this third day of December 2021 at Camsur, Philippines. Signed, Chairperson of the Fourth Fabex, Ms. Maria Cecilia M. Magtuto. Expo Chairperson, Camsur Business Expo 2021, Ms. Maria Emma F. Lurin. President, Maria Soledad V. Magtuto. Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, in partnership with the Provincial Government of Camsur, Camsur Business Expo 2021, ready for a better normal. Fourth Food and Beverage Expo. Present this plaque of appreciation to Mr. Michael Bufete for extending his invaluable contribution and unwavering support as our speaker, contributing to the success of the Fourth Food and Beverage Expo with the theme Adapting Through Innovation and Reinvention. Given this third day of December 2021 at Camsur, Philippines. Signed, Chairperson of the Fourth Fabex, Ms. Maria Cecilia M. Magtuto. Expo Chairperson, Camsur Business Expo 2021, Ms. Maria Emma F. Lurin. President, Maria Soledad V. Magtuto.
To all our participants and viewers via Facebook, YouTube, and CSCCI Vertex, please do not forget to click the link for our afternoon session. Thank you very much.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for the Fourth Food and Beverage Expo 2021. Bronze sponsor, Diageo Philippines Incorporated. Silver sponsors, Bean Leaf Coffee and Tea. Gold sponsors, Samyup Masarap. Tugawe Cove Resort, Department of Agriculture, Region 5. We would like to thank our valued partners for the year 2021. Province of Camarines Sur, Department of Agriculture, Region 5, Department of Trade and Industry, Angina Trading, GCI Construction and Development Corporation, Jurassic Construction and Supplies, Pixeled Solution, Medlane Enterprises, Ngo & Sons Trading and Industries Incorporated, SVM Marketing Solutions OPC, Tugawe Cove Resort.
Ibalik natin ang sigla sa agrikultura. Kabataan, kampan mo na dahil ikaw ang pag-asa. Pati mo ipon na pangarap mo at adhika. Eto't simulan mo na, kabataan, mamuhunan ka. K-A-Y-A, kayang-kaya natin to. K-A-Y-A, kabataan, kaya mo. Kinabukasan gusto mo, kayang-kaya mong itayo. K-A-Y-A, K-A-Y-A, kaya, 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 kaya. Di na problema ang puhunan dahil nariyan ang paraan. Bukas sa'yo ang pintuan ng ating pamahalaan. Huwag na itong pakawalan, huwag ka nang mag-alinlangan. Sigurado pang kabuhayan, ang Rebranut ang kasagutan. Wow, wow! K-A-Y-A, kayang-kaya natin to. K-A-Y-A, kabataan, kaya mo. Kinabukasan gusto mo, kaya-kaya mong itayo. K-A-Y-A, 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 kayang-kaya natin to. K-A-Y-A, kabataan, kaya mo. Kinabukasan gusto mo, kaya-kaya mong itayo. K-A-Y-A, K-A-Y, kaya, 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 kaya.
Kaya, kayang-kaya mo na.
Sakaya, kayang-kaya mo na.
Sakaya, kayang-kaya mo na.
Sakaya, kayang-kaya mo na.
Kinabukasan gusto mo, kaya-kaya mong itayo. K-A-Y-A, K-A-Y, kaya.
Ang San Agustin San Ramon Agrarian Reform Cooperative o SARPC ng Bulacan, Camarines Sur ay binubuo po ng 678 members at may total land area na 672 hectares. Sakop ng aming operations area ang buong probinsya ng Camarines Sur. Kabilang po sa mga negosyo ng SARPC ay ang palay and rice trading dahil nabigyan po kami ng DA ng Rice Processing Center at 1 million working capital.
Dati po yung ano lang po namin dito yung palay trading. Ngayon po pumunta po sa amin yung DA, tinulungan po kami. Binigyan po kami ng RPC1. Tapos harvester, flatbed dryer, yan. Yung po pag-start medyo po minus pa po talaga sa muyang kooperatiba.
Masaya po kami dahil kami ay naging pilot beneficiary sa Bicol Region ng F2C2 sa rice production. Under the F2C2 program, 242 members po ang nakasali last year and this year, with total cluster area of 419 hectares. Last year, 2020 po, kami ay naimbita ng DA Rice Program na mag-attend ng 4 na araw na seminar sa hybrid rice production. Dahil sa nagsimula na pang pandemic, 25 lang po yung naka-attend sa aming miyembro. Pero maganda po dahil marami po kaming natutunan sa pagtatanim ng hybrid rice. Pagkatapos po ng training, binigyan na kami ng mga binhi ng hybrid rice na agad naming na-distribute sa mga kwalipikadong magsasaka.
Maganda po ang F2C2 kasi po may libreng hybrid, tapos abono, tapos igwa po kaming karagdagan na kaalaman sa pagtatanim para na-share din po namin sa iba.
Dati po meron na rin akong kaalaman dahil nga nasa tabi lang namin tabi ng bahay namin ang lupa yung sasakahin. Tapos po ngayon nadagdagan pa ng kaalaman dahil sa mga pa-seminar po ng Cscci.
Maganda po ang naging epekto ng programa dahil tumaas po ang ani nila. At para po ma-monitor namin ang kanilang ani, gumawa kami ng harvest report per cropping season.
Yung last cropping na ani ko medyo maganda kasi po nanibago yung lupa sa sa hybrid. Dati kasi laging inbreed lang o good seeds ang nilalagay namin. Kaya medyo tumaas yung yung ani ko. Mga 30% siguro pataas araw ganyan. Kasi dati minsan 80 lang, 80 to 90.
Talagang maganda po ang naging resulta ng programa sa F2C2. Kitang-kita po talaga na tumaas ang kanilang income. Kaya nabayaran po ng aming magsasaka ang mga utang sa aming kooperatiba. Ang F2C2 po ay malaking tulong lalo na sa mahihirap na katulad namin, nating magsasaka na laging tinatamaan ng mga kalamidad.
Ang pagtatanim po namin dito ay parating sabog tanim lang. Sa ko po, mas maganda yung pagtatanim yung kaso lang kulang kami sa puhunan.
Sa tuwing araw po ng aming pag-aani, kumukuha po kami ng harvester dito po sa Cscci. Nagbibigay po kami ng share sa bawat 10 sako na ani namin, isa po sa harvester.
Sa irrigation naman po, galing sa Cscci ang tubig. Tapos ang bayad po namin sa kanila, 600 kilos na palay bawat hektar.
Mas malaki po yung ani ng hybrid kaysa sa inbreed. Kaya po maraming ani tsaka marami din ang kita.
Dahil dito sa F2C2, sabay-sabay kami mag-plant, sabay-sabay mag-ani. Kaya makakatipid ang aming co-op sa irrigation. Dahil hybrid ang tanim, tataas ang aming ani, sabay-sabay kami mag-ani, saka sabay-sabay natataas ang kita.
Ang suggestion ko po sa Department of Agriculture na ipagpatuloy nila ang pamimigay, ang pamamahagi ng libreng abono at saka semilya para sa magsasaka.
Ang hiling po namin ay madagdagan pa rin yung presyo. Yun ang palay, salamat po.
Marami pong salamat sa Department of Agriculture sa
walang sawang tumutulong sa aming magsasaka.
Sa mga binibigay nilang benepisyo para sa aming magsasakang mahihirap.
Maraming salamat po sa DA at sa bumubuo sa F2C2.
Salamat po.
Solar-powered irrigation systems harness both surface water sources and solar energy, making it a climate-smart and innovative energy technology. Solar panels powered by abundant sunlight facilitates water pumping. The solar irrigation is worth 6 million to 7 million pesos, It has the capacity to pump an average volume of 1,000 cubic meters in 6 to 8 hours period, enough to irrigate 10 to 20 hectares of rice field during a single irrigation cycle. Its storage tank has a carrying capacity of 200 cubic liters, and its surface pump can discharge 33.4 liters per second. This modern irrigation system is suited in a small rain-fed areas of 10 to 35 hectares rice field where big irrigation systems are not feasible. It utilizes open water sources like lakes, rivers, and creeks. The solar-powered irrigation is estimated to give additional 100,000 pesos income to farmers. During dry months, irrigation is usually done every day, which costs farmers 22 liters of diesel per irrigation cycle when using water pump. With the presence of solar-powered irrigation, farmers need not to spend a centavo on diesel as sunlight powers the solar panels.
Kaya ito, nakagagastos po ng malaking paggastos ng krudo. Ang mga 22 liters noon. Sa ngayon, medyo po maluwag ng para-oma dahil sa dahil na kami po nagagamit po ng krudong maray dahil po sa natitipid na kaining solar power system. Project galing po sa DE. Kaya nagpapasalamat po kami kay President na nabigyan kami ng ganitong project.
The Department of Agriculture has already established a total of 14 solar-powered irrigation systems in the 3 provinces of Camarines Sur, Albay, and Camarines Norte since 2017. More farmers groups are clamoring for this climate-smart and energy-saving technology. The DA must invest more on this project to achieve its goal of achieving food self-sufficiency.
Nagsimula ako sa farming at 14 years old. Since I had income, ang ginawa ko, bumili ako ng isang baka, and it was a small cow. So for 3 months, I fed it, tapos pinataba ko siya, and 3 months later, I sold it at around, I think it was 26,000 pesos, and binili ko siya for 8,000 pesos. So medyo naaliw ako sa farming, and I got into farming and I started growing my own ingredients, and slowly lumaki siya until now I grow a 4-hectare cacao farm.
Yung pagiging isang young farmer ko is, I can say na I'm proud of it. Hindi ko kinakahiyang nagbubungkal ako ng lupa at nagpapakain ako ng mga hayop. Regardless na kahit artist na ako. Kasi for me, ito yung pinaka-simula or root natin. Na kung tutuusin naman, kung babalikan natin yung dating panahon, ganito tayo nagsimula. Simple lang yung buhay.
Ang naging journey ko po sa pagiging young farmer is, marami na po akong trainings and seminars na nasalihan po. And that boosts my self-confidence in dealing with other people. Mas marami po akong napupuntahan and mas marami po akong nalalaman in line with agriculture.
Isa pang binigay sa akin ng pagkakataon ng Department of Agriculture ay yung mapasama ako sa Young Filipino Farmers Leadership Training in Japan. Bakit natin ito kailangan? Para matutunan natin yung mga ibang technologies na wala dito sa atin. Yung mga possible doon na posible din pala dito sa atin.
Ang naitulong ng Department of Agriculture and ATI sa amin bilang mga farm family is yung mga trainings and seminars na pinapatupad nila, ginagawa nila. Kasi dahil dun po sa mga trainings and activities na yun, mas nagkakaroon kami ng malalim na kaalaman pagdating sa agrikultura. Kasi kung anuhin natin, tingin natin sa agriculture, basta lang tayo magbubungkal, magtatanim tayo. Pero agriculture is more than that. Ito may tinatagong yaman sa agrikultura?
I think sa agriculture ngayon, maraming pagsubok. One of them is climate change. So, typhoons and natural disasters talaga yung kalaban for a lot of us farmers. Another thing is the negative stigma sa mga farmers and young people especially. So, maraming tao sa Pilipinas, parang tingin nila sa farming is pag inisip mo farmer, first thing na iisipin mo, pagod sila, maitim, or naghihirap sila. And hindi naman yun maganda. So we want to change that language starting from the school level and then slowly growing up na ipakita natin yung pinakamagandang example natin sa agriculture.
May isang part sila kasi na hindi nila nakikita sa farming. Yun yung enjoyment na binibigay. Sa dragon fruit farming, doon ko natutunan yung sinasabi nila na farming is not just to produce vegetables, it's a business.
Ang maaari ko pa pong magawa bilang isang young farmer upang mapaunlad ang sektor ng panghahayupan ay ang patuloy na pag-aaral at pananaliksik ng iba't ibang pamamaraan sa panghahayupan.
Maging mabuting example sa image ng ibang tao sa mga farmers. Pag naging magandang example ang isang farm mo, sana mga hikayat rin yung ibang tao or ibang kabataan na bumalik sa farming. Bilang isang IT graduate, parang gusto kong mag-implement ng technology sa farming. Ibang klaseng proseso naman.
Sa akin kasi, I'm a young person. Just being a young person in agriculture is already a contribution. Kasi ngayon, the average age of farmers in the Philippines is 57 years old. So we need to continue having more young people in agriculture to ensure food security. Second is to have more young people because we need more innovation in the field of agriculture. A lot of our agricultural methods are still very old, but more young people in agriculture can actually change the tide for agri, that we can have more food production that's more environmentally conscious and more sustainable.
Medyo marami ng kabataan ngayon na ayaw na magbungkal ng lupa, ayaw na mag-alaga ng mga hayop, ng mga halaman. I would like to encourage you guys na there is money on agriculture. There is future in agriculture. Why not itry na muna natin bago natin sabihin yung mga negative na pumapasok sa isip natin kapag naririnig natin ang agriculture.
So bilang kabataan po, para mapaunlad pa yung pagsasaka natin, kailangan huwag natin ikahiya yung pagsasaka.
Ang mensahe ko naman po sa kabataan na sana maisip nyo na ang pagpa-farmers ay napakahalaga sa ating buhay kasi dyan po ang ating pinagkukunan ng pagkain, dyan po tayo nabubuhay.
Suportahan nyo po at gawin nyo po ang agriculture. Kasi po ito ay importante para po sa ating kinabukasan, para po sa next generation na maaari pong mabago kung tayo po ay magmamahal at gagawa ng paraan upang hindi po mawala ang agrikultura.
Ang binhi na aking itatanim para sa kinabukasan ng pagsasaka ay ang binhi ng pag-asa, na kung saan, pag ito ay tumubo, ay magiging hitik na hitik sa bunga na pag nakita ng mga kabataan ay magkakaroon sila ng pag-asa na tangkilikin ang pag-aagrikultura.
I think my message sa kapwa kong kabataan is, number one, most importantly, take on responsibility. And taking on responsibility for me is through stewardship, through agriculture, in producing food for others. And you can easily apply yourself within your community, within your economy to help more people. So I always say to people that that's because agriculture is a direct indicator of God's blessing on a people and a nation. And more young people should realize that there is unbelievable potential and opportunity. Hindi lang sa just like, your idea of pagsasaka, but in different fields, whether it's through community service, through environmentalism, through supply chains, through production and research. There's so many ways you can contribute as a young person in agriculture. So try it. Try nyo. You grow your own food and understand what it is to be immersed in a community of young people who are passionate about farming.
Ang maaari kong itanim na binhi para sa pagsasaka, hindi lang para sa akin para sa lahat, ayun yung seed of wisdom. Kung meron tayong seed of wisdom na itatanim sa bawat puso't isip natin, pagdating sa agriculture, alam ko lahat tayo lalago, lahat tayo yayaman ng sabay-sabay. Kasi lahat tayo may alam, lahat tayo may awareness sa mga nangyayari, kung anong pangangailangan talaga ng bawat isa. At napaka-importante na sa araw-araw na kumakain tayo, sure tayo na 100% healthy at organic yung kinakain natin. natin. Kasi tayo mismo yung nagtanim, tayo mismo naghirap para mapalago at mapabuhay yung mga kinakain natin sa araw-araw. Ikaw!
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 Ikaw! Handa ka na ba?
Kinabukasan ay ating paghandaan. Simulan nang itanim ang butil ng kasaganaan. Sama-sama na buhay natin ay pangalagaan. With agriculture, let us all together secure our future.